Hi, this is Ken Griffey Jr. Let's play
Super Beer League
baseball.
Tie this game. A ball in the gap can win it. And oh my god, Anki! He hits this one deep to left field, and that is gone into the bullpen! It is a walk-off grand slam! And he's gonna hit this one deep to right field, doesn't have enough. Takes a strike. And she's going to hit this one very high to left field. At the wall is Herschel. What is straight back from the other rookie, Kramer. And he is going to hit this one. Holy wow. And for some reason, Case is still in the game at 81 pitches. And he gets hit in the face of the Colonels. I should not be laughing. The Colonels said, fine, you don't want to leave, we'll make you leave. So a 2-2 count. And she's going to loft this one to left field. Short porch out there. It's going to hit the wall. And Herschel, what? Look at that. Herschel caught. So here's Ciro Dill, who comes in. And Dennis is going to hit this to left field. De Guzman fake the runner out. Look at this. Wow. What a 1,000 IQ play by De Guzman at the plate. And wow.
Whoa,
what
Sanchez.
A play by And hello everyone, thank you for tuning in tonight on Friday. We have a great series of matchups tonight, starting off with the Colonels and the Slumpbusters as the first pitch, well first batter will hit it over to first, a nice diving play by Cox. Joining me in the booth today is none other than the Colonels GM himself, Milk. How are you tonight, bud?
I'm doing good. My players not as much. Some of them are a little bit tense, but I think we'll be fine. I'm excited for this. This is the first of a 2-game series with the Slumpbusters. And there's a lot of action-packed games tonight, so I'm excited for those as well.
Absolutely. That's including the Nomads and Monsters, who were hot at the end of the season. Defenders and Samurais, playoff repeat. Owlins and Divine, after the demolishing, Divine gets to put on the Owlins. And then Mean Machine and Mud Hens to close it out, another demolishing by the Mean Machine. So a lot of redemption games tonight. Here we have, who was that?
Oh, Braylon Galvin!
Galvin hits this one deep to left, and it's off the top of the wall. And that, my friends, is a solo shot to left field. Galvin's third of the year?
Yeah, number 3.
Third of the year in as many games, and is quickly 1-0. Colonel's lead. Now it is De Guzman up to bat. And you got to be happy about that. We were talking about Galvin last season, how he started, basically he was a no-name, you know, batting 300, a couple home runs, so a few RBIs, and then all of a sudden, here we are, beginning of the season, talking about this guy could be possible MVP candidate.
Yeah, I mean, he was so consistent last season. I was so happy with it because I was like, I'm glad I have him for one more year. He's a great catcher, and then all of a sudden he starts the season off like this. I'm like, all right. And oh my God, this one is crushed to deep center. I think that was Yeoman Cox, the first baseman. Pretty sure.
Yeah, he leads things off, and now it's Kamari Crawford.
I thought that was a first pitch home run. I was scared for a second. Runner on second here shouldn't be too much of an issue. I think he's going to refrain from stealing just due to Galvin's arm, but we'll see. As opening game is down to a 3-1 count here, and he walks him. Here's Harrison Whitney with two men on. And not a guy you want to see come up with men on base.
Not
He's
at
got
all.
the power, the speed. He's got a little bit of everything when it comes to hitting. And
Well,
speaking of which,
just like
three-run
that.
home run. And just like that, the Slumpbusters take a 2-run lead in the bottom of the first. Whitney destroying that one. Here is the last season's RBI leader, Evan Buchanan. Unfortunately, there is nobody on right now to get her a couple more, but she's got 3 already in as many games. And Russ Richards, as old as he may be, he's still limber. Those bones and joints aren't gone yet as he lays out for that one, out number 1.
Yeah, we'll see what you have to do with him later on in the season, or if you want to re-sign him for another year, or even if he retires. He is getting up there in age, but he's still playing at a very high level, as if he's, 25 instead of 35.
Yeah.
And that pitch is inside for a walk, so Branch will take a 2-out walk, and now it's Rustin Price, the left fielder. I'm sorry, a 1-out. I thought there was 2 outs. My apologies.
No, there's 1 out. Only 1, and it was that diving catch by Richards. So this game is, already off to a hot start. This one's crushed to right field. De Guzman is there to field and throws this one in the cutoff man, Mr. Messiah. Here's Alex Roberson, the third baseman. 2 men on, 1 out. Slumpbusters lead 3-1. It's quickly an 0-2 count here. And he swings and misses completely. As out number 2. And the first strikeout of the season for opening the game. As he's not off to a tremendous start this season with 2/3 of an inning pitch, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, and 2 base on balls. Only 1 strikeout, and right now facing a 2-1 count, 3-1 count. He might look at 3rd base on balls here. Full count. Double steal, and this one's fouled back. Looking for something here as this one's tipped right back to the catcher. And strike 3 swinging as opening game gets out of that jam. He's able to save it. So no runners advance, no shenanigans. Colonels avoid further damage. And here comes King Plunder, the newest member of the Colonels in terms of free agency signings. He's brought in for power, and so far he's only got 1 RBI and another strikeout on his tally as down he goes swinging. Speaking of strikeouts, here's Jesus Nazario, last year's leader in strikeouts with I think 47.
He had quite a few, which is, you only play 30 games, so for him to possibly strike out that many times, we'll double check that stat, we'll look at it here, but yeah, he struck out a lot, and like you said, in 30 games, that's a high strikeout rate as he pops up to right field as Branch for the 2nd out. And if I could just find where these stats are, it would be...
Here's Russ Richards, the, I believe, 40-year-old now. Looking to get another homer. He had 2 last game. He had 2 home runs and I think 2 singles, so he was 4 for 4 on the night. Hitting .556. So he's looking to...
had 43 strikeouts.
43, okay. I knew it was 40-something.
Still, 43 in 30 games, it's a very high rate.
And now with Russ Richards on first, here comes Vern Bull, who I like to tout as maybe a future MVP. He's got a lot of potential, but as a sophomore, he's got the yips still. He's still getting over a lot of that as down to a 1-2 count here. This one's in the dirt. Good eye. Payoff pitch is a chopper over into the gap, but Buchanan covers the ground, picks it up, and tosses it over to first for out number 3. So Colonel's unable to get any more runs in that inning, but it is still 3-1. And here come the Slumpbusters. Bryce Larson, the DH, batting at 9th.
He's getting his first swings of the year. And we'll see how he fares against Open the Game. It's going to be a little liner over to first base. Steps on the bag for the first out. And now it's Cox who's led off the first inning with a double to center field. Looking to do the same thing here. Steady's quickly down 0-2. And he'll take a slider outside. And swings at a fastball on the inner half for strike number 3. 2 outs, and that's the center fielder Crawford.
Looks at strike 1 on the inside there. Watches one go low left. Takes a hack at that one, bounces it back to the backstop. Down 1-2 here, and a low strike called. I'm not even sure about that one, and that's my pitcher out there, but we'll take strike 3, and the side will be retired as here comes Bale Houston, the third baseman. Now, he was originally a backup last year, and he played second. Backup third base for a majority of last season, as he took over for Gene Takovic about 8 games in, who was no longer on the team due to his extremely poor performance. Same goes for the former right fielder Quash Olson. And it turns out his spot in the outfield is eternally cursed because De Guzman has whiffed on a couple fly balls out there so far. As Houston is on with a walk. Here's Marcos Glenn, last year's heavy conference DOS boot winner with 17 stolen bases as he swings through that one. Completely fooled by that curveball, or that changeup, excuse me. As here comes Pablo Sanchez in the 2-hole. Blast this one foul out the right side.
Sanchez was an all-star last year for the Colonels, 1 of 2. De Guzman was the other. The runner's going to take off. It's Houston, and the throw sails from the catcher. Crawford will get it in, so the runner won't advance. But that will be a runner in scoring position for Sanchez. The ball's in the dirt, make it a 3-2 count. And the payoff pitch is also in the dirt. Corker's going to walk him. And that brings up Braylon Galvin, who's already got a solo shot. 3 homers and 6 RBIs in 3 games. And he's got 2 men on. And he's going to look to tie this game up with a ball in the gap because Sanchez's speed, yeah, you best believe he's going home.
If not, take the lead here. I mean, he's proven time and time again that he can do it. And there's one in the gap that's going to get the runners to advance. Bale's going to try the arm of the left fielder, and an errant throw will allow a run to score as here comes De Guzman, who's not in the best state right now.
I do like that call to send the runner, though, because the left fielder had to make a perfect throw, and you can see there that he didn't as Guzman hits this over to first. It's a 3-6-3 double play, and that will get them out of the jam, but they do score 1 to cut the lead down to just 1. And bottom of the 3rd, here's Whitney, who had the 3-run shot responsible for all 3 runs. Happened in the 1st inning. But early in the game, as a coach, player, I love to make players get their footing because they aren't comfortable in the box, they aren't comfortable in the field. Make them make their play. That's just the way that I've been playing my entire life and coaching as well. Be aggressive often and early. But here we have Evermore Buchanan, who's going to hit this one to the left side, and Houston will field it cleanly. Long throw across the diamond, out number 2. And Branch, who walked in his first at-bat, will get his 2nd plate appearance against the game.
Open the game and his brother Klaus have been not the worst sibling pitching duo in the history of the SPL so far, but they are definitely not the best as they try and sort of dig themselves out of the hole that is the Colonel's pitching rotation. And improve it this year as strike 3 called on a swing and a miss as the side is retired in a 1-2-3 inning. And the Colonels getting their footing again in the game, recovering. As Noel Branch, the right fielder, is already being pulled by a meniscus tear. So it looks like he whiffed a little bit too hard on that last swing and tore his meniscus. As a substitute is now in. Plunder is walked, and he's taking his sweet time getting to first base. As here comes Mr. Messiah. As he crushes this one into right field. Winters is there. And it's thrown into the cutoff man, Whitney. Runners will advance, and here comes Russ Richards. Looks at ball one, trying to get a good pitch for him. Ball too low, and he's already walked once this game as he hits a tapper right to the pitcher, and that is essentially a sacrifice bunt as the runners do advance on that short hopper right to the right side there. So here comes Vern Bull looking to get a run in and tie this game as he swings at one way inside. Pops this one way up into the outfield. This could be a sacrifice RBI, and I think it will be, as King Plunder will try and get home and beat the throw, and he does.
The third baseman.
Keep on chugging as he barrels towards home plate and ties this game up. 2 outs in the fourth. And Houston hits a chopper right to Buchanan at second, and that's an easy out for out number 3. But this game is now tied going into the bottom of the fourth. Here comes Rustin Price, who was forced to make that difficult throw a couple innings ago, trying to get out not De Guzman, trying to get somebody out. This one's hammered to Nazario at shortstop, but he's there to make the catch for out number 1. Here comes Alex Roberson, who so far it looks like has not gotten a hit all season. Struggling to get his bat onto the ball.
He is a former All-Star. He did make the All-Star team last season. For the heavy conference here, he goes down on strikes. Still looking for that first hit, and that's the catcher mostest.
And now is the part of the season where, 3-4 games in, the catchers are starting to feel a little bit fatigued. They're starting to, get some soreness in the knees and the quads from squatting so much, as that one is played out to center, and Marcos Glenn camps under it for out number 3. But catchers are getting a little bit tired now. They're starting to get a little bit worn, but nothing too serious. You can play them for probably 3-4 more games before it starts to become apparent on their game. They're not doing well as Glenn hits this one to short center field for a single. Standing up, no sweat. Here comes secret weapon, Pablo Sanchez. Yes, that is his childhood nickname from back in the day when he used to play back in the warehouse district and all of those fun places you may remember.
And the backyard baseball at its finest. He's got
already
a 3-1 count.
Up on a 3-1 count and a green light as Glenn goes for the steal and another errant throw. But Glenn not trying to take another base as center fielder is there to play it. And Sanchez is walked on an inside slider. So here comes Braylon Galvin again, who's hitting 700 with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs in 3 games. Which is, extremely impressive. I don't know how else to say it, as this one's popped way up in the air. The right fielder should be able to get there as Winters. And Glenn thinking about going to third, but he's going to decline. The ball is in pretty quickly. Here comes Jorge De Guzman, one of last season's 4 double-digit home run hitters.
Doesn't even...
Tied for second.
Oh, he does have a hit. I was going to say, he doesn't have one at all this year, or a hit at all this year.
He's got one, but he's just not been playing great. Which is not great because he's a target for... As this one is thrown all the way into the outfield, and Glenn is going to advance to home on an errant throw. This catcher is having a rough day, as that's the 3rd errant ball he's thrown, and De Guzman is walked. Slumpbusters might need a new catcher in the draft or just free agency.
Well, they gave up Luna. They let him walk away after playing him like 30 games, and he never got a break. So maybe they do need a backup catcher or a starting catcher at this point, as His Highness pops this one up behind home plate. The catcher is Moses. He'll catch it for the second out. And now it is Mr. Messiah, Jesus Nazario, the shortstop. Does have some pop. He's batting .455. 2 on, 2 out. And he launches this one to center. Doesn't have enough. It's a deep park. It's at the base of the wall at 433 feet. That's definitely good enough for a 2-run double. And that will put the Colonels up by 3. 6-3 is your score. That will drive Corker out. And Longstroke will get her first lickings in this game in the top of the 5th. Corker is still responsible for the man on second, though.
And against a dangerous hitter in Russ Richards, but is handled very well as he throws his bat in disgust. And that will end the top frame of inning number 5, but 3 runs will score, 1 on an error and 2 from that nice RBI double. So here comes Bryce Larson, who, like you said earlier, is getting his first hits of the game, or of the season in this game, as he is out again. Here's Yeoman Cox.
Cox 1 for 2 with a double back in the first inning. And here, oh my, Houston with a fantastic diving grab to his right. That definitely saved extra bases. Cox is pretty upset because that could have been another double for him.
And as we saw in the intro to today's broadcast, the Colonels have made more than their fair share of those fancy diving plays to stop runners from getting on base, and that might be in next week's. We'll have to see. This one's popped foul to the left side. Almost had enough to get to the second deck. Already down 0-2 after 2 swings. It's Harrison Whitney. Watches one go low for ball 1, so good eye there. And this one's rolled to Sanchez, about as easy as it gets. Steps on the bag for out number 3. And the Slumpbusters unable to do anything since that first inning. As here comes Vern Bull hitting .333 with 1 home run and 4 RBIs. As he chops this one into the gap, Buchanan is there and is able to throw him out at first.
The third baseman, number 12.
And here comes Bill Houston, who made that diving catch last inning to stop what was probably going to be a double. He's in for his second at-bat of the game, I believe. No, third at-bat, as he's on for a single. And here's Marcos Glenn, who's 1 for 3 today with a single. As he takes a hack at the first pitch thrown his way. And that one's going to be right at Buchanan at second, but a low throw. Houston would have been able to get back to the bag regardless of the throw, but it definitely doesn't hurt, as here comes Pablo Sanchez, who's already locked in with a man on. 2 outs and 1 strike, so we'll see what he wants to try and do here.
I feel like Sanchez is, oh, there it is. I'm going to say he's about to get a double or a triple for sure. Here he's going to have 2,
nice. I think
and
he's
they're
going
going to push it. They are. He's going to have himself an RBI triple. I was to say he's definitely locked in and about to hit one in the gap. Instead, he hits it down the line for a triple, but he was destined for extra bases for sure. And now it's Galvin who's going to ground this one over to second. Buchanan throws him out.
If there's anyone on the Colonels that is geared up for a cycle, I think it would be Steve Webb. I think he's got the speed to get triples. He's got the power to get home runs. And he's got the IQ to get doubles and singles about as easily as you can.
No, absolutely. He is a 5-star player, or 5-tool player. He's got the arm, he's got the glove, he's got the power, the contact, and the smarts. This ball is grounded to Old Man Richards, out number 1.
Takes his time getting it out of his glove and throwing it over to first, but again, there is out goes Open the game, and in comes Klaus the game in the bottom of the 6th here. So this game is flying by, as this one's hammered into left field. The Bull is there to make the play. And here is Rustin Price.
Strike.
0-2 with 2 outs. The pitch is 100 miles an hour on the outside corner. That is hard to hit. Here we are, the last 3 innings of the game. The Colonels are up by 4, and they're going to send up 4, 5, 6, meat of the order, starting with De Guzman, who's still looking to get things started early in this season. Longstroke has an ERA almost at 5. And again, it is early, so all these statistics will go up or down. It takes about 10 games or so to solidify where they're at. And yes, that is about a third of the season, because after that it's kind of hard to go up or down unless you go on a really bad or really good tear. That was a ground out. Now it's His Highness King Plunder.
It wasn't a grounded. It was a dropped strike 3.
Oh, dropped strike 3. Sorry.
Yeah. I was gonna say it was a strikeout, but this catcher has been having a rough day, so he dropped it and get the out eventually. As here comes His Highness facing a full count, crushes this one to the hole. It's short, but Whitney is there. No problem for him. Out number 2, as here comes Mr. Messiah. He's hitting just 500 on the dot. The home run and 4 RBIs.
Oof.
Swings out of his shoes early as a madman. As that one's hit to center field in a shoestring catch by Crawford. That was probably the earliest I've ever seen somebody swing at a curveball like that. But here's Roberson, who's 0 for 2 today and 0 for however on the season. May have some base on balls, but
my guess is around 12.
Looks at 2, hits the third, and that's foul. So 0-2 count still. Is this one 93 in the bottom, or in the bottom left? And a 2-2 count here. As this one's hit all the way back to the backstop. 11 pitches in. And Roberson in a duel here as he swings out of his shoes on that one. Strike 3. And lost the game with 7 Ks on the season. This one's crushed foul on the left side. 0-2 count now to August Moses. Bending for his life back there as the payoff pitch is in and fouled back. And he's getting solid contact, but not getting him in play as ball high there. And hits one into the gap. Richards ranges over to get that one. Route number 2, tosses it over to first. And here's Bryce Larson, looking to get his first hit of the season. 7 innings in here. This one's fouled off to the left side. 2-1 count. This one's jacked to left field, but foul. And roll over to Sanchez at first, and he runs over to the bag. Round number 3. And Slumpbusters scoreless for 6 straight innings as they're down by 4 going into the 8th.
Number 14.
Here comes Russ Richards, who's no longer locked in after striking out his last at-bat.
Yeah, I think he's starting to get some old-timers here, not remembering what's going on.
And he swung at a very low pitch. I thought that was going to be in the dirt. The catcher was bracing for it, and he fouled it back as he's now facing a 2-2 count. Long stroke, 35 pitches, and this one's chopped up the middle. Buchanan over to Cox, route number 1. Here comes Vern Bull, hitting 300. 0 for 2 today. Looking for something to get him going. As that one's mishandled by Mostis. 2-1 count now as Longstroke is getting tired. Bull missing on a high and outside pitch. And swinging through a curveball low. Route number 3 on a dropped strike 3.
Number 12.
So Bull having some sophomore slump issues, but early in the season, nothing to be too concerned about as Houston steps up to the plate. He's also hitting 300. So 2 outs and a 2-1 count here as McGregor comes into the game to replace Longstroke, who was getting quite tired, and he's going to be out of the game now, I can only assume.
The center fielder.
After taking a mean comebacker to the face, as the McGregor is out and Ash Harmon, the closer, is in. Body contusion is the word from the locker room. Here comes Marcos Glenn. And you hate to see that no matter what the team is or who you're playing against. You never like to see a pitcher get hurt on a comebacker. It's scary, and it just sucks for everybody. As strike 3 looking. And Glenn goes down on strikes. Here come the Slumpbusters, 1, 2, 3 up to bat. And maybe they can get another 3-run shot here, as that was the same way it started the game for them.
That would make things interesting for sure. Make it a 1-run game in the top of the 9th.
It would make things interesting, but I definitely don't want to see it, as Richards gets the soft grounder and lobs over to first for out number 1. Here comes Kamari Crawford, the center fielder.
Crawford was a bench player last year.
Down the middle.
He did not play much. He's basically a platoon guy, only got a few at-bats all year, as he's going to hit this one to right field. That is De Guzman, out number 2. So Whitney, whose only hit was a 3-run homer in the first, did everything he can today to try to get his team to victory, but unfortunately the pitching did not hold up. And he's going to hit this one foul. It's a 1-2 count with 2 outs. And he's going to hit it foul again. And it's
the game at
hard one.
39 pitches and getting tired, so I think next inning we'll see the closer, Ciro Dill, come in to finish out this game in the bottom of the 9th, as the 2, 3, 4 spots of the Colonels are coming up. Starting off is Pablo Sanchez, aka Secret Weapon, as he's hit by the first pitch thrown to him by Harmon, and he will be on base with a HBP. Here comes Braylon Galvin, looking to get vengeance for his first baseman, who was drilled by the first pitch. So a 3-0 count. Ash Harmon not taking any risks by throwing it to Galvin, as he leaves a hanging curveball in there. So full count now all of a sudden. No outs. And Galvin checking his swing on a high and outside pitch, and that will be ball 4. And a free base, as here comes Jorge de Guzman. No outs, 2 men on, 1 in scoring position, and it is the speedy Sanchez. So look for anything deep. Will be maybe an RBI for De Guzman. This one's popped up and foul. 2-2 count. This one chipped back to the Colonel's dugout. And low inside strike 3 is called. De Guzman goes down looking. Here comes His Highness King Plunder, who's only had a walk today, but he's 0-3 outside of that. As he hits this one very softly, and it rolls back to the catcher for a foul. Jams one into the hole here, and we'll see if Sanchez goes home. No, he's not going to test the arm out there and right. I believe that's Winters.
Number 36.
And here comes Mr. Messiah, who's had his share of grand slams last season. I think he had 2. As this is a wild pitch, and the runners will advance. A run will score. Excuse me. A run will score. As with 1 out, the Colonels now take a 5-run lead in the top of the 9th. 2-1 count here to do Mr. Messiah. 2-2 now.
At least you don't have to worry about the grand slam. But
no, but you still got 2 runners in scoring position. Your closer's getting tired.
Absolutely.
He's already up to 30 pitches. He's only been in for 1.5 innings. As here comes Russ Richards after the walk to Mr. Messiah, and out comes Harmon. In comes Gangrene, a all-star last season, one of the leading pitchers this season, but not what you want to see as a Slumpbusters fan, because you put a starter in this late in the game, and he's going to get tired, and he's going to be out of shape for his next start, as this one's hammered right back towards him. And that will be a 1-run single for Russ Richards. Here comes Vern Bull with the bases loaded and 1 out, so he has a chance to make a big play here. Strike 1 down the middle. This one's chipped foul to the left side. So no play to be made there as it's 1-2. Ball high. And strike 3 looking on an inside pitch. Vern Bull is puzzled by that one, but that was definitely in the strike zone. Here comes Bale Houston. He chips this one over to Cox, who lays out for it, throws it over to Gangrene, who holds onto it and steps on the bag for out number 3. So avoiding disaster there in a sense, as no more runs scored, but it's still a decent lead of 6. And here comes Curly Hahn, the rookie, to close out the game. An interesting call by the skipper. Hahn with an 11.57 ERA and 2 Ks on the season. Looking to close this one out for the Colonels, maybe get some reps in, is what the manager's thinking here. With a lead like this, you get your rookies in, let them work it out, and as this one's hit just in front of the plate, and that will be out number 1. So one of the most dangerous hitters on the Slumpbusters is taken down by Curly Hahn, jamming Evermore Buchanan on a curveball there. This one's hit right up the line. Hahn is there, misses the tag, but throws him out at first. As quickly the Slumpbusters are down to their final out. Here's Rustin Price, the substitute left fielder who came in after their starting left fielder tore his meniscus in the, I think, 3rd inning. Just something they might have to look at in terms of what they're going to do for the rest of the season. And on 2 consecutive breaking fastballs, almost an eephus pitch, Curly Hahn strikes him out. And that is the end of this game. The Colonels come away victorious 9-3. I think the man of the game is going to end up being opened in game. Had a great game. No, I don't think so, actually. It's probably going to be Braylon Galvin. Like I said, it's probably going to be Whitney for that 3-run shot. But Galvin with his 2 of 4, a home run, 2 RBIs, is going to be today's MVP.
Next
tuned.
up is Snow. And welcome back to game 2 of 5. Tonight we have the Nairobi Nomads versus the Swamp Monsters. The Nomads are trying to get things started for their season. Monsters are trying to repeat. And yeah, they have the pitching to do so. The hitting can be timely, so we'll see how it plays out today. We have Straining, the 4th starter for the Monsters, as Russ Rivers grounds it over to first, and Teal Bishop is the journeyman, the DH today. He's already batting .429 with 2 homers. They're both solo shots, but hey, 2 in 3 games, that's pretty good, especially for someone of his contract. So I'm going to turn it over to Milk, and I will be back in just a few minutes as this ball is grounded over to Grace at second for the second out. And Milk, take it away.
I mean, as you were saying, for home runs, take them when you get them. I'm sure it's a helper more than it's a hurter, as here comes Colin Kennedy, the center fielder. Already looking at a 2-0 count, as this one's fouled back. So Straining looking to get his first strikeout of the season here. A 2-2 count. And that is a strikeout. So right on the outside corner. He goes down looking, and here come the Monsters. Clayton Hornblower, Ophelia Mack, and Valeria Grace will lead this game off for the current champions. As Hornblower looks at 2 straight balls. Pascal Snell, the starter for the Nomads. They're 4th in line. And a first at-bat walk for Hornblower. As here comes Ophelia Mack, who started off last game with a solo home run shot to start it. As he's looking to get a 2-run shot here with Hornblower on first. But Snell is having none of it as she's pitching around the strike zone and walks her 2nd straight batter in as many appearances by the Swamp Monsters. So here comes Valeria Grace with 2 on, no outs, and no strikes thrown so far. As so far keeping up that track record is Snell. 10 balls in a row before one is hit, and that is blocked by Don at third, preventing it from getting to the outfield and a run scoring. The bases will be loaded for Charlotte Tamber, who with no RBIs or home runs this season is looking to get something here. Bases loaded is a great opportunity for that. This one's crushed up the middle. At least one is going to score here. They're going to send Mac. They are not, but Hornblower does score, and that is first run of this game. RBI single. And here comes Georgia Armhorn. Pastel Snell still without a strike thrown this game, as there is strike number 1 out of 17 pitches, and this one's popped up and foul. 2-2 count. Check swing, ball 3. Armhorn hits this one into the gap right past the second baseman's glove, and another run will score. So the Swamp Monsters taking a 2-0 lead here. Here comes Vern Price, the third baseman. So bases are still loaded, no outs, and this one's crushed to right field by Price. And at the warning track, at the wall, is Clark, saving a home run, but one run will score as runner on second will advance to third, and now we've got runners on the corners, 1 out, and another ball thrown by Snell. As here's Josiah Sratecki, the catcher. This one's fouled back to the Nomads dugout, and that's a strike out for Pastel Snell on a low slider. Here's Top Butterman, aka Bummerman, he's called so endearingly by the manager of the Monsters, as he crushes this one to right field. No doubt about that one being a home run. A 3-run shot for the Bum himself, and the Monsters take a 6-run lead. This one could get ugly fast. 392 feet, second homer and 5th RBI of the season for Top Butterman. As here comes the rookie, Boxer Arkansas. His first at-bat of the season against Pastel Snell, and he pops this one way up into the outfield. Right center field. Camping under it is Colin Kennedy, and that is out number 3. So 6 runs in the first frame by the Monsters, and they're out to a great lead. As here comes Harcourt Gaines, the standout catcher for the Nomads. As he takes the first pitch and swings on it, hammers it right over to Armhorn at short, over to Hornblower at first, for a nice first out of the second inning here. This one's fouled off by Fred Moon, and another foul to the left side by Fred Moon. So 2 foul balls and as many swings, and he swings through that one. Strike 3, he is out of there. So 3 straight pitches, 3 straight strikes, and Moon is gone. Straining having a great game so far. This one's popped over to Valeria Grace, excuse me, at second base, who jumps and snags that one. So 0-0 is the 2-inning score for the Nomads, and they have yet to get anything going, as Snell is rattled 28 pitches into the game. She's not having a great performance, as here's Clayton Hornblower. So in 1 inning, they went through all 9 batters of the Swamp Monsters batting order. And we're back up at the top, and Hornblower swinging on that pitch that was well below the strike zone. Dropped third strike technically, and he's thrown out at first by Ritecki. As here comes Ophelia Mack, hitting .417 with a homer and an RBI. That RBI, of course, being the solo home run she hit a couple days ago. As she's down 1-2 now, with that one being chipped over to the Don. He throws it over to Moon at first for out number 2. And here's Valeria Grace, who's locked in right now with 2 homers, 3 RBIs, and a .455 batting average. So 2 outs, two outs, and a 1-1 count here, as she hammers this one to the left side, but foul. And check swing, ball 2. This one's low. So full count here, 2 outs, no one on base, and Grace will be walked. So I think that's Snell's 4th base on balls today. 3rd base on balls, excuse me. She's no longer rattled. She's getting a little bit of her mojo back. And here comes Charlotte Tamber. and is whiffed by that changeup as the payoff pitch is inside for ball 2. So full count here again. The steal coming from Grace, and Tamber is walked, so that will be base on balls number 4 for Pastel Snell in 2 innings. So, like I said, not a great performance. You don't want to see this from your starter. As a strike on the outside corner, and you hear some O's from the home crowd here, as they think that should have been low. As this one's hit over to Janiyah Mess at short, and gone over to Fred Moon at first for out number 3. So the Swamp Monsters unable to score in the second inning as much as they did in the first. But here comes Janiyah Mess, the shortstop, facing off against the strong Cern Straining, who's already got 2 strikeouts this game in as many innings. 2-2 count. Payoff pitch is in. A nice curveball. Gets her swinging on an outside pitch, and it went inside. So a looper, and she's out of there. Strikeout number 3 for Cern Straining. And here comes Trenton Clark, the right fielder, who hasn't gotten a hit so far this season. He's already down 1-2 here. This one's back to the backstop. And swing and a miss. Strike 3, swinging. It's Trenton Clark. And here comes the Don, batting at the bottom of the order. Let's see what he can do here with 2 outs. 1-1 count here to the Don. And swing and a miss. The Don is down on strikes. A 1-2-3 inning for Cern Straining. All 3 strikeouts. And that's about as good of an inning as it gets. As here come the Monsters. This one's crushed over the first baseman's head. Out to the outfield. He's going to get 2 here. No. He's going to stay at first. Armhorn is not going to risk getting any more bases. I'm sorry, Rotecki is the Monsters catcher. I misspoke earlier. I'm sorry. As Rotecki steps up to bat at the 7th spot here. Looks at ball 1 high. Two count. The payoff pitch is a short hopper to the Don, who gets it over to Rivers, back to Moon, and that is a double play. Here's Top Butterman, who had that 3-run home run earlier to make this a 6-0 game. Swings at the first pitch, looking for another one. Gets this one over to the gap. Don short, laying out for it, and gets it over to Moon just in time for out number 3. I thought Butterman was going to get on there, but just missing his stride. And here comes Russell Rivers, the second baseman. So Cern Straining with 5 strikeouts so far this game, as this one's grounded over to Vern Price at third for out number 1 as he throws it over to first. Here comes Teal Bishop, the journeyman. 2 home runs in as many games this season as strike 1 there. And Bishop, there it is. Home run number 3, RBI number 3, as he crushes that one. And the Nomads get their first runs of the game here. 438 feet by Teal Bishop.
Number 43.
And here's Colin Kennedy, the center fielder. And I didn't want to say anything in case it was going to be a jinx, but up until that point, Cern Straining was throwing a perfect game. That, of course, will end the perfect game for Straining. As full count now to Colin Kennedy. And a high strike is in the zone. And here comes Harcourt Gaines. Cern Straining with 6 strikeouts. Harcourt Gaines in a tough spot here. 2-0 count now. And a shattered bat, 2-2 count. Checking his swing as that one's inside and very tight. fouls this one off. 3-2 count still, and he will walk. So Stern straining.
Now batting, the
After getting up that
first
home run,
baseman,
looks a little bit
number
shaky.
28.
Here comes Fred Moon, the first baseman.
Leroy.
1-1.
Nope.
And high and inside for ball 2.
Right.
Strike 2 on a hack there by Moon.
Low.
And the payoff pitch is low, so full count here with 2 outs.
Take your base.
And a steal incoming, but that one's going to be low and outside.
Now batting,
The ball
the
four.
left fielder, number 14.
So here comes Thaddeus Conley, the left fielder. 2 men on, a chance to bring this game within 2 if he hits a home run here. And this one's shot back up the middle, and that will be a run scored. Maybe they're going to test the arm out there in center, and the runner is going to be thrown out at home. What a throw from the center fielder. I don't
Now batting,
remember who the center fielder is for the
number 8.
Monsters, but it was a wonderful throw to get the runner out at home. As here's Boxer Arkansas is looking to get his first hit of the season. This one
Now
is
batting,
shot back to Russell Rivers at second for an easy out.
30.
On the grounder, here's Clayton Hornblower. Checks the swing, but that one should have been a ball. And you hear, again, the ooze from the crowd. They think that should have been a strike, and he goes down on strikes there.
The right fielder, number 77.
Here's Ophelia Mack. Looking to get something going here. Fouls this one back, so a 2-1 count now. 2 outs, and a 2-2 count now after that foul ball. Swings and hits this one right to Janiyah Mess, and that is an easy out. She throws it over to first. Fred Moon making the play. So through 4, the score is Nomads 1, Monsters 6.
Number 27.
And the Monsters, I don't think, want to give up this lead very easily. As here comes Janiyah Mess, the shortstop, who made that throw to end the inning last frame. As quickly to a 2-1 count here. This one's hit foul. Full count here, and this one's hit right to Armhorn. For out number 1 as he throws it over to first.
Number 10.
Here's Trenton Clark, the right fielder. 1-2 is the count here. The payoff pitch is inside for ball 2. And this one's hit into the gap between third and short. Tamber is there to field it out on the left and throws it into Grace for the cutoff, keeping the runner at first, but a single there. Here comes the Don, third baseman. I believe was an all-star last season. 2-2 count, and a check swing, but a
The second
sinking
baseman,
curveball is going to
number
get him for
26.
strike 3 there. As he goes down looking. Here's Russell Rivers. 1 man on, 2 outs. Nomads down 5. So they need some runs here as we're in the top of the 5th. Full count here to Rivers, and a steal as Rivers swings through that low and outside fastball for strike 3. So Stern Straining, marks another one off of the list of batters that he struck out this game. Probably doubling up on a couple. As here's Valeria Grace. And already a 3-0 count to Grace, as 4 straight balls will put her on base for absolutely free. Here comes Charlotte Tamper.
46.
As I'm yawning, I need to get some water after this game. 1-1 count now to Tamber. As this one's hammered up the middle, past the shortstop's outstretched glove, and that will advance the runners. Grace to second and Tamber at first. And here comes Armhorn, the shortstop.
Number 45.
Pitch outside.
1-2 count.
Outside. Pitch outside.
Full count here to Armhorn. And this one's hammered into the gap in right center field, but Colin Kennedy is there to make the catch for out number 1. So a great play by Kennedy out there in center. As here comes Vern Price.
Number 16.
And first pitch comes out swinging as he fouls this one off to the right side, and that one's almost hit him in the elbow. Could have leaned into that one. He got on base for free. Well, free plus a little bit of pain, but what's the ball to the elbow when you get a free base? 2-2 count here at Price as he hits this one high to center field. Cullen Kennedy is there to field it. He gets it into Janiah Mess to stop the runners from advancing. Here's Josiah Stratecki, 0 for 2 today, and hitless on the season. Looking to get one here, maybe get an RBI double or single. 2 outs, and he hits this one into the corner in right field, and that will drive in at least 1 run for an RBI double. And I hate to say I called it, but I did call it. An RBI double for Ratecki, his first hit of the season. And here comes Top Butterman, who had that 3-run home run in the first inning. 3-0 count to him early. And I forgot to say it, but Dozen Rolls is now in the game. Pastel Snell was pulled either at the beginning of this inning or last inning, but Dozen Rolls is in. And an errant pitch is going to roll almost the dugout, which would have been a ball out of play, and the runners would have advanced for free, which would have scored another run, but 1 run will score anyway. As this one's hit back up the middle, another run will score, 2 maybe, as this one is hit to short center field and slowly, so Kennedy has to run up, get that, and throw it in, but not in time. 2 runs will score on that RBI single. Here comes Clayton Hornblower, and that was Boxer Arkansas's first hit of his career, and it's a 2 RBI single. So good for him getting that. As here's Clayton Hornblower, as he hits this one to the corner again, and this one's even further in the corner. Arkansas is rounding second. Is he going to go home? He's not. It's going to be a double for Armhorn. And runners in scoring position. You've got 2 of them. 2 outs. Here's Ophelia Mack. Dangerous power hitter as she jacks this one deep to center field. Over the head of Kennedy, off the wall for 2 RBIs on that double. And the score is now 12-1. The Monsters are up by 11. Here's Valeria Grace, and the Monsters have there's 4 innings left of this game, so they still got to hold on. But unless the Nomads pull something crazy together, you know, I think they might be done in this game at least. As 2-2 count now to Grace. She jacks this one to left field. Conley is there to stop it from getting even more out of hand. Throws this one straight home to Gaines. But runners on the corners now as here comes Charlotte Tamber, who's 2 for 2 today with 2 singles and a walk. And Dozen Rolls is rattled. She's got a 10.8 ERA now, and she might get pulled soon here as this one's hit to left field, but Conley is there, catches it on the fly for out number 3, preventing any more damage. But 6 more runs are scored by the Swamp Monsters, and here comes Steele Bishop, who has the Nomads' only run today on his solo home run. And he's only hit solo home runs. He's not hit any RBI doubles or singles. He's only hit solo home runs this season. As missed catch by the techie there. This one's hit over to Armhorn at short, over to Hornblower at first. That is out number 1. Here comes Colin Kennedy. And Stern Training is coming out of the game to a standing ovation. Here comes Donovan Hartman, a all-star last season. and one of the best relievers in the league, as he's already up 1-2. Inside ball is called, 2-2 count. So 1 out, no men on. This one's fouled back to the backstop. And a high strike swinging goes Colin Kennedy.
The catcher,
Out number 2. Here's Harcourt Gaines, this, I almost call him a center, the catcher. As 1-1 count with 2 outs here. This one's a nice light grounded of Larry Grace at second, who picks it up and throws it over to first. But as easy as it gets for out number 3. So the Nomads, no score that inning. The score remains 1-12, and out comes dozen rolls. In comes Alvin Schaefer, looking to hopefully just stop the bleeding where it is and get out of here with the current run differential, prevent any more damage. As 2-2 count, and an outside corner strike is called. A great pitch on that two-seamer, and strikeout number 1 of the season for Schaefer. Comes at a less than ideal time, but a strikeout is a strikeout. As here's a Vern Price facing a 2-1 count now. I know it was a 4-seamer. Excuse me for that. Schaefer doesn't have a 2-seamer, so he gets a second strikeout here. Here comes Rotecki. 2 outs, no men on. And swings on a curveball way outside. 1-1 count here. 2-2 count. Payoff pitch is hit over to the Don and thrown back to Moon at first, and that will be out number 3. The Nomads escape, and a 1-2-3 inning. We'll turn it over to the Nomad bats. Here comes Fred Moon, the first baseman. So strikeout there for Donovan Hartman as he gets Moon. Here comes Conley, the left fielder, as he drills this one left but foul. And the Nomads haven't really been getting any hits. Hartman, another strikeout, gets him swinging, and he's looking for where that contact was meant to be. Here's Janiyah Mess, and she's looking to do something here. Ball 1. As Hartman teeing off on the Nomad batters, just having his way. 2-2 count. The payoff pitch is in, and Mess hammers it to right field. Mack is there to make the play, but not the catch, as this will be down for a single. Mess is on. Here's Trenton Clark, who's 1 of 2 today with a single, and that's it. You can tell these Nomad batters haven't had much today, as they've just been shut down by the Monsters pitching. This one's hammered to second base, but Grace is there, making a not easy play, but almost right at her, so she had to strike quickly and strike fast. The reflexes coming in handy as out number 3 is made. Here's Top Butterman, who had a 3-run homer earlier in this game, and he likes to swing at the first pitch, I've noticed, as he's already down 0-2. This one is high, so the sidearm getting him, and he swings at a high fastball. Here's Boxer Arkansas, the rookie, who's got 2 RBIs on that single earlier. 1 for 3. One-two count here. And this one is crushed to right center field. It's down to the wall, and Boxer is going to round first for his first double of the season. So, I mean, you know, he's halfway to hitting the cycle today in his first game of the season, of his career, even. So he just needs a trip on a home run, as this one Armhorn, or Hornblower, excuse me, Hornblower hits this one into the gap between second and first, out to right field, and the runners will advance. Man on first, man on third is Hornblower and Arkansas respectively, as here comes Ophelia Mack with one out, and it's down 0-2 now, as she hits an ill-advised pitch low and inside, grounds it right back to the pitcher, and that is not how you want to end an inning on a double play right there, with a man in scoring position, but here's the Don. He's looking to make up for it for these Nomads, as they're still down 11. They haven't done much since that Teal Bishop home run. I mean, even with that, they still haven't done much, as he strikes out swinging here.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 26.
Here's Russell Rivers. And now the Nomads are down to their final 5 outs, so they gotta make use of what they have. Russell Rivers is injured, it looks like, so I hadn't noticed that until now. He looks injured. This one's popped up in the air. The third baseman, Vern Price, camping under it. So here comes Teal Bishop, who is going to try and get the morale back up for the Nomads. Homered earlier, but that's been it. So 2 outs, 1-1 count, as he checks his swing, but that one's in there for strike 2. He crushes this one left, but foul. 2-2 count. This one's in and popped up high. Falling in the outfield, and Butterman comes in for it for out number 3. So here come the Monsters, and all they have to do is just nothing really. They can score insurance runs if they want. But beyond that, they don't really have to do much, as Grace is looking at an 0-2 count here. 2-2 count now. Full count, the payoff pitch is fouled back by Grace. So the second payoff pitch is going to be ball 4, low and inside, and she's going to get on base, with Charlotte Tamber following close behind, looking to capitalize on this. As she crushes this one to center field over the outstretched glove of the second baseman, trying to make a dive for it. This pulls into the shortstop, but runners will advance. Ladies on second and first, as here comes Georgia Armhorn. This one's hit up the middle to Mass, who fields it cleanly for a 6-4-3 double play.
Third baseman, number 16.
Here's Vern Price. So 2 outs, and on third, as this one's hammered to the left field, but foul. That would have scored a run. Got him at least a double there. He had to think. This one's hit up the middle. Janiyah Mess is there to field it, and the out is made at first. So despite the dire situation there, the Nomads prevented any more runs from scoring, but they are still down 11. And they are down to their final 3 outs. And here comes Cullen Kennedy. Donovan Hartman looking a little bit tired. They might pull him here. We'll see. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. And this one's crushed over to second base, but Clary Grace is there for round number 1. And there goes Hartman. He's pulled for Gina Tanner, who comes in to close this game out for the Monsters. Here's hardcourt games for the Nomads. Check swing. Ball 1. Ball 2 now. 2-2 count. This one's popped up in the air with Techie camping underneath it, and that should be out number 2. Is. So here comes Fred Moon, the Nomads' final out, and unless they put together a miracle of a rally here, I think this game is in the books. And he's already down 0-1. Hits this one a foul to the right side for strike 2. And he just looks at that one, admitting defeat, and the Monsters just take this one handily. 12-1. And a 10-hit difference between these teams, as the Monsters proving why they are the defending reigning champions of the Super Beer League. And just taking care of business. I think Stern Straining is going to get the win here with 8 strikeouts. No, Top Butterman with his 3-run home run is going to take the first spot in today's top performers. 3 RBIs, a home run, and 2 runs himself, followed by Valeria Grace and Charlotte Tamber. I'm surprised Stern Straining isn't up there with 8 strikeouts and 1 hit. But, you know, that's just the way it happens, as the Swamp Monsters absolutely take care of business, come in and get out of a nice home game. As up next we have the Defenders versus the Samurais, a playoff rematch. So we'll see you in about a minute here as we get that all set up for you.
Alrighty, folks, apologies about that. I'm back. I had to go take some family business, but great job from Milk to cover for me. I really appreciate that. Here is the next game, Swagger Defenders versus San Diego Samurais. A look into last year's divisional playoff game between these two, where the Defenders swept the Samurais in 3 straight games. Storm is going to ground this one over to Itachi, step on the bag for the first out. On the mound today for the Samurais, you have Sean Wazania making his season debut. He's going to face Levi Hugh, who hits it basically in the same spot. Itachi's not going to be able to run over, but will throw it to Wazania at first. And next up will be BP, batting third, playing right field. Ball's grounded over to Anki, makes a nice diving play across the diamond, out number 3, so quickly go down the Defenders. The Samurais will send their top of the lineup up against Battleship.
The center fielder, number 14.
Nope, that's no.
Eli Rampage to lead things off for the Samurais, quickly down 1-2. Battleship reaches back and throws a changeup up high. And then another changeup inside gets Rampage. That's the first out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 26.
Here's Itachi. And Itachi goes down swinging, so 2 straight strikeouts.
Hitter, number
It's now up to Cheesecake to not do the same. But he's down 1-2. And he will ground this one to short, out number 3. Throw down for both teams, going to the top of the second. Pansy Herrera will lead things off for the Defenders.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 17.
Nope, outside.
2-1 count. The pitch is in there for strike 2. And then swung on and missed. Herrera's down on strikes. Out number 1.
The left
Now here's Bronson Correa,
number
left fielder batting 5th.
Nope, that's outside.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 9.
Here's Phineas Vo. After the single, runner is going to take off, and the throw is not in time. So that's going to be a stolen base for the Defenders. I think that's Correa that had a stolen base there. And this ball is launched to dead center field, but Rampage gets underneath it just shy of the track. Runner will advance to third on the tag, but with 2 outs, it's not really much. Here's Navy Mathis. 3-1 count.
Ball forward, take
And he walks him. So you have runners at the corners, and that will bring up Ren Manning, the third baseman, batting 8th. She's batting .615 with a homer and 5 RBIs in 3 games played.
That's high. Strike. Nope, that's high.
2-2. Ball is in there. Curveball just catches the inner half. Nothing for the defenders after they get a hit and a walk. Now it is Samurai sending up their middle of the lineup, starting with Mommy, Amelia Whitaker.
Number 17.
Ball low. Steer. Shot three up.
Now back. The left fielder.
Down goes Mommy,
Number 6.
and now it's R3 with 1 out. First pitch is 102 miles an hour up in the zone, and then he brings it down, and R3 gets a hit up the middle.
Now batting. The third baseman. Number 23.
Here's Anki. 1 on, 1 out, hits this over to second base Mathis. It's 4-6, and not to 3. That will just be a fielder's choice. Now it's Miski, their second baseman, batting with a man on first.
That's high.
Lines this one foul. And another one foul. So it's 1-2. And she goes down swinging. Third out. Top 3. Here we go. 9-1-2. Going to turn the lineup over for the defenders.
Now batting.
Great Kiki, the catcher,
Number 5.
lead things off.
Steer. That's down. Strike.
2-2 count. Ball is in the dirt, make it full. The payoff pitch by Wazania is in there. Nice hop off the mound. Easy for Mommy to field, out number 1. So back to the top of the order to Reagan Storm.
29.
That's outside. Nope, that's inside.
Reagan's going to hit this one over to second. Miski, out number 2.
Now batting. The first baseman. Number 7.
That's down. Ball low.
2-0.
Steer up. That's foul. Striking you out.
Now batting. The right fielder. Number 20.
Steer. Steer. That's outside.
Here's Biddles Weber, the right fielder, against Battleship. 2-2 is your count.
Ball inside. Stack up.
Now batting. The
And he's going to go down on strikes on a 101 heater down low. Next batter is Pat Dawson, the rookie, and he's going to hit it up the middle for, I believe, his first career hit.
Now batting. The center fielder. Number 14.
Nope, that's low.
So here's the top of the lineup, Eli Rampage.
Foul ball. In out. See.
And tries to get a double play out to short, but Rampage with the speed couldn't do it. So now it's Itachi with 2 outs. Tachi hits this one to left field. Correa out there. Out number 3.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 38.
That's it. Nope, that's inside. Ball inside.
This ball's hit down the right field line, but foul by BP. 3-1 count, make it full. Payoff pitch by Wazania is on the corner inside. Strike 3 called.
The designated
Out number 1.
number 17.
Ball. Nope.
Pansy Herrera, the DH, on a 1-2 count,
Nope. Nope.
is gonna watch this one in the dirt. And then a pitch up high, so full count. The payoff pitch by Wazania is inside. And that's a couple
Now batting, the
full
left
count
fielder,
full count
number
at bats
16.
now. Here's Correa.
Nope, that's inside.
And Correa blasts this one to deep center field. Is it in the garden? It is, off of one of the rocks out there. That's a 2-run shot for the defenders. 2-0 is your score. 437 feet, his second of the year, and 6 RBIs now early on.
Now batting, the center
And the
fielder,
defenders will go
number
ahead and take the lead here.
Strike. Ball outside. Off the plate.
Next up is Phineas Vo, who grounds this one over to second, out number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 57.
Navy Mathis will step in.
That's outside.
2-1 count. He's going to hit this one to center field. Rampage underneath it.
Out.
And that's going to be the final out. But they do score 2. Bottom of the half inning.
Hitter, number
Cheesecake
17.
lead things off as the DH. Immediately fouls the first pitch off.
Nope, that's low. Nope, that's outside. Shit.
And now 2-2. Another foul for your life. Ground ball over to third. Manning throws it over, out number 1.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 17.
Steer out. Nope, high. Steer out.
Here is Mommy, the shortstop, batting 4th. 2-2 count. Ship's 51st pitch is swung on and missed for out number 2.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 6.
Steer.
Here's R3 to pop things up. Shortstop Storm. Final out. So go to the top of the 5th. Your score is still 2-0.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 2.
Ball outside. That's outside. Steer.
Line drive over to Whitaker at short, out number 1.
Now batting, the
And now it's Gray Kickie, the 9 batter.
Steer out.
Another ground ball over to Mommy at short. Second out.
Now batting, the
Top of the lineup, Reagan Storm.
number
0 for 2
29.
today. And he's going to first pitch swing over to second. Miskey out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3. That's what we like to see here. Bottom 5, 6, 7, 8 due up, starting with Anki, the third baseman.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 23.
Anki 0-2. And looks at a strike on the outer half.
Now batting, the second
Out number
baseman,
1.
number 25.
That's down.
1-2. And Miskey goes down on strike. So back-to-back strikeouts. It's now Biddles Weber. And Battleship has 8 strikeouts through 4 2/3. On point to get number 9, and he does. 9 in 5 innings. Very good outing today for the Defenders pitcher.
Now batting, the
Levi
first
Hugh
baseman,
to lead things off
number 7.
against Sean Rosania, who's still in at 78 pitches. And Hugh turns on this pitch. It is deep. It is far. You can forget about it. Over the bullpen. That's a solo shot. Make it 3-0 Defenders. 418 feet, his first of the year. And that is a blow to the Samurais. Next up is BP, the third batter. Pops it up to the catcher Dawson. Out number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 17.
So now it's Pansy Herrera.
Outside.
3-1 count, looking for hers. She gets it, but fouls it off. Now ground ball over to Mommy at short, out number 2.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 16. Now batting, the catcher, number 89.
Ground ball over to second, that's from Pat Dawson. Out number 1, and now it's the top of the line, Eli, 0 for 2.
Number 14.
Ball low.
2-1's your count. Battleship is starting to get up there in pitches. Number 71 coming 2. It's 3-2 now. And Rampage hits this one down the line. This could be 2 if he's hustling. And he's going to go ahead and stay at 1 for a single.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Now it's Itachi.
number 26.
Itachi takes the ball on the outside part. Strike number 1.
That's down.
Hugh makes a nice diving play and then gets the lead runner at second.
Now batting,
That is a fantastic play over there at first.
number 47.
Now Battleship is out after 9 strikeouts. In comes Alex Alexander, but he's on the hook for the runner on first. This ball is hit hard, but right at Levi Hugh at first. That will do it, so that officially ends the book on Battleship. He's on the line for the win, top of the 7th, Phineas Vo to lead things off, the center fielder.
No, no.
Ground this over to Itachi at first. Out number 1.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 57.
Here's Navy Mathis. hits this one deep to center, but caught just shy of the track, out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 2.
Nope, that's low. Nope, that's low. Ball inside. Steal high.
Ren Manning on a 3-1 count looks at ball 4.
Now batting, the catcher, number 5. Now pitching.
Sean Mazzaglia is out, Kendall Lewis is in. And with 2 outs, we'll see what Kiki does, the 9 batter, before the lineup turns over.
Strike. Strike. Ball low.
Two, ball's outside now. Runner will take off at first. And this ball is lofted over the third baseman head, Anki, and that will be down for another 2-out single. So now we have runners at first and second. Here's top of the lineup, Storm, a hard-hitting shortstop. And his first pitch swinging is over to Itachi, who steps on the bag for the final out. Stretch time here. Go get some water and then come right back.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 17.
Strike. Ball low. Strike.
This ball is hit up the middle. That's past the jumping shortstop. It goes almost to the track. Vo will get it in quickly.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 6.
Now R3 with a man on second.
Ball inside. Foul. Nope, that's inside.
3-1 count. Pitch is what he wants, and he rips it to left field. That was hit so hard, Mommy couldn't get to home. But now we have runners at the quarters, and Anki's up to bat, the 6-hole. One swing in the back and tie it. A ground ball would be nice to get 2 outs. You can give them the run.
Nope, low.
Albeit best is probably a strikeout here.
Nope, that's low.
Ball's low, almost got him there. Another foul ball. And Anki sends this one deep to left field. It's at the track, and Correa catches it just shy of the wall. That will be a sac fly, but it could have been worse. 1 out now, and here's Miski with runner on first.
25.
And Miski puts a charge on this one deep to center. The ball still carrying just shy of the track is Vo, out number 2.
Now batting, the
Now we have Biddles Weber, the 8th batter, still hitless in the season. 2 outs with the man on first. First pitch in, there's a changeup for a strike.
Nope, that's inside.
And it's a slider inside. Alexander's playing with his food here, it seems like.
Ball inside.
Ball is inside. 2-1 count to Weber. The pitch swung and fouled back. Stands are on their feet. This ball is hit shallow center. Out there's Mathis calling everybody off. Out number 3, so they get out of it. Top of the 8th coming up. 2-3-4 do it for the defenders. Up 3-1.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 7.
Levi Hugh, who had the home run earlier, we get to face Kendall Lewis. 2-2. he was going to hit this one in the hole. That's going to get down for a hit.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 38.
And that ball's going to get away from the catcher. And the runner will advance 90 feet, put him in the scoring position for BP. And another run here would be good for the defenders, some insurance. Instead, BP's going to strike out on a slider outside. Now it's Pansy Herrera 0 for 2 with a walk.
Number 17.
Ball 5. That's down.
2-2 count to Herrera. Lewis's pitch is swung on and hit over to second. Miskey will get the second out there. Now we have a runner on third, and it's Bronson Correa, who also has a home
Number
run.
16.
Ball almost hits him.
That's outside.
2-1 count. Correa, the pitch down low. And, oof, that seemed to be the same pitch. Instead, Correa is going to hit this one to shallow center. Rampage makes a nice running catch. Excuse me. Bottom 8, here's the Samurais, looking to get some runs back before they have to walk it off. Leading things off is the catcher, rookie catcher Pat Dawson. BP is out, and Ryan Lamb is in as a defensive replacement. 0-2 quickly to the rookie. And he goes down 1-2-3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. So that's the top of the lineup. Eli Rampage. Alexander still in this game. Here's pitch number 30. You would think that you would see Felipe Bravo in this situation. But who knows? And no, we're not going to see Bravo. We're going to see Roddy Ridgewood, the sophomore. Won not MVP, won Rookie of the Year for the heavy conference. And Itachi's going to hit this over to Mathis, who bounces off his glove. That'll be a hit. But bring up Cheesecake. He has potential to tie this game up.
Nope, that's outside. Nope, that's inside.
And just like that, folks, this ball is gone. An absolute no-doubter. One swing of the bat, Cheesecake ties this game up 3-3, a 429-foot, his third of the season. And it is a brand new ball game here in the bottom of the 8th. So now up to bat is Mommy, and she's going to lace this one down the line. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Extra bases for sure, and we have the go-ahead run in scoring position for R3, who seems to be locked in and loaded, ready to go.
Nope, that's outside. Ball, outside.
2 balls outside. Ridgewood does not want to pitch to R3, but he has to. And R3 is going to send this one deep to right field. This ball is still traveling at the wall. It hits the wall. Lamb couldn't get it, even though he was brought in for a defensive substitution. And folks, the Samurais now have taken the lead in the bottom of the 8th. Ridgewood is out. In comes Cambry Cutter. And they still have a runner in scoring position for Anki. And it looks like they are going to walk Anki to get to the 7th batter, who I am not familiar with at the moment. We will see. It is Miskey Marshall, a dangerous hitter, but seems to be a little injured, playing through the pain. So a very, very interesting choice here. Well, it pays off for them. 3 straight pitches. Down goes Miskey, but they do score 3. The score is now 4-3. And just like that, the defenders now find themselves 3 outs away from losing this game. Starting things off against Kendall Lewis, who's still in the game herself, is Phineas Vo, the center fielder.
Nope.
3-1 is the count. And Vo fouled this one off. This might be the last at-bat, or last batter of Lewis's day. Vo walks. Now the tying runs on first, and here's Navy Mathis. Out is Lewis. In comes the closer, Lenny P. This is exactly the situation you want. And this ball is off of the catcher's glove, Dawson. The rookie cannot handle on to the lefty's hard throw. And now the tying run is at second. Ground ball back to the pitcher. They hold the runner. So they do have 2 more chances to get him in with a base hit. Here's Ren Manning. Swings at the first pitch at her chest. And it almost gets hit. Another one right back to the pitcher. So 2 straight ground balls to the number 1. And now it's all up to the catcher, the number 9 hitter, Gray Kicky, with that tying run on second. Lady P throws a 95-mile-an-hour fastball right by him. And then a ground ball hit up the middle. Miski is there. They played the shift perfectly, and that will do it. The Samurais win this one by a final score of 4-3 thanks to the 2-run homer by Cheesecake and then the RBI double by Mommy. I'm sorry, by R3. And Lewis will take the win. LP gets the save. Loss goes to Ridgewood, who got 3 earned runs and no innings pitched. Didn't record a single out. So that will be this game. Next up, we have the Owlins versus Divine. And we'll start that here in just a second.
The center fielder, number 6.
Here, right? Here, well. Yeah.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 30. The second baseman, number 12.
Alrighty, folks. Next up is the Eric's Owlins versus Heaven's Divine, a rematch of the onslaught yesterday. And Mr. Jericho is going to get on with a hit and then steal second. And it's going to be against Spool Olio. But that's going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to go ahead and rest my voice. It's been a very long week. This is game number 26 that we've announced. I've announced every game, but I think 2. So I'm a little bit winded. It's been a long day at work. Tomorrow's going to be another long day at work. And I have a lightning game and a baseball draft. So it's going to be one long weekend for myself. But either way, I am going to be off for the night. Milk is here, and he will be intermittently announcing. But I'll be done for the night. Stay tuned for this game and the next, which is the game of the night. That will be Mean Machine versus Mud Hens. Mean Machine clobbered the Mud Hens yesterday, so we'll see how that game plays out. But like I said, I'm out, and I will have the outro as well after these games, so stay tuned for that, or watch it in the VOD tomorrow. It's going to be a nice little thing that I just put together here. So that's it for me. This is the Commish signing out. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Kamish, as we just watched an unbelievable fielding error there. As now we have runners on first and second with Kai Kirk, Mr. KK up to bat. And he looks at strike one, checking his swing. This one's crushed to center field. Does it have the distance? No, it does not. Jacobs is there. But the runners will advance from second to third. And runners around the corners now as Albert Smith is just running around down there. Here's Jackson Achilles. Hitting 400 with no home runs so far this season, which is interesting considering, you know, his power is probably some of the highest in the league, if not the highest. As 3-0 is the count here, and ball four. Achilles walks, bases are loaded. Here comes Dewey Browning, and speaking of power, he's got it. So bases loaded still. Strike two, so 0-2 count here to Dewey Browning. This one's a chopper to second, over to Greenman at second, and Smith at first for a double play to end the inning and get out of a very, very dangerous jam there. With bases loaded, and especially against a team like Divine facing the meat of the order, that's a hell of an accomplishment to get out with no runs against you. Here is Tippy Jacobs, I believe is who that was, who hits a single. Here's Austin Greenman, the third base, or the shortstop, excuse me. Up to bat. He's locked in, he's ready to go. Low throw on the pickoff attempt there by Spoolfolio. 2-1 count here. As this one comes up and in and hits Greenman right in the head. So a looping curveball hitting Greenman right in the head, and he makes it to first unscathed, thankfully. It's always scary when you see someone get hit, but here's Josiah Luna, the, I believe, highest paid catcher in the league, who is primarily a catcher. Although, technically Hemming Fields of the Divine is also a catcher. He plays outfield all of the time. As he steps up to bat here with two men on and no outs, as the runners will advance here on an outfield single.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Here comes the rookie
number
Albert
29.
Smith. So bases loaded, Albert Smith, not a hit on the season yet, but this is a great time to get your first RBI and your first hit. As he faces a 3-0 count. Green light here probably given. Nope, checks his swing on that one. And that one's crushed to Diana Athena at first. Out number one, is he able to get to first? No, he is not, but a run will score.
Number 25.
So I think that will technically be an RBI, but it will also be a double play. The Owlins are up by one. 2 outs now after that double play. Runner on third is Austin Greenman. This one is hammered past the pitcher over the head of Spoolio. He's unable to grab it, and the run will score. RBI single there. And here comes Tippy Jacobs, who is 0 for 1 on the day. And immediately a steal for the Owlins, and safe by a mile. I mean, that arm versus those legs is not even close. So, 1-1 count. Runner in scoring position now after that steal. This one is fouled back, so 2-2 count. Full count, and here's the payoff pitch from Spoolio, and it is high for ball 4. So Jacobs is on base, and here comes Mr. Revenge, Constance Jericho. Or Contents Jericho, excuse me, as he hammers this one deep to right field, going back and gone. And the Owlins this time are dishing out some punishment to the Divine. They said, we had enough of last game, you rubbed it in our faces, it's our turn now. And the Owlins are out to a 5-0 lead. Constance Jericho with a 416-foot home run, his first of the season. And Spoolio is in rough shape. As here comes Brennan Vaughn. This one's crushed to right field into the corner, off the fence out there to the utility area, as Vaughn is going to slide into second for a double. Here is Ezekiel Riker, the designated hitter for the Owlins. with 1 on and 2 outs as she takes a swing at the first pitch and knocks it foul.
Go.
2-2 count now to Riker.
Ball outside. Thank you, mate.
And she is base on balls. She is walked
The
here.
third baseman,
As here comes Aubrey
number
Salinas,
27.
the third basewoman. And this one's hit right up the middle. Are they going to try and dig out for home here? They are. Is the throw going to make it in time? It is not.
Now batting,
As
the shortstop,
I believe that
number
was Tippy
9.
Jacobs actually, who gets home safe on that RBI single. So here's Austin Greenman, who was hit in the head last time he was up to bat. See what he wants to do here is he pops this one way up to the right side. He might still be feeling a little bit woozy as Diana Athena is under it for out number 3, and the Owlins put up 6 in the top of the second, and the Divine gonna have to answer back here. Here comes Bryson Duran.
Back up. Right. Follow. Here, right. Take your base.
And he is on base for 3 after 4 balls.
The first baseman,
Here comes
number
Diana Athena.
29.
Here, right.
And this one's popped way up in the air. Coming down, and underneath it is Josiah Luna,
Now batting,
the $1 Million Man.
left fielder, number 8.
This one's hit right back up the middle for a stand-up single, and runners will advance. So first and second, 1 out, as here comes Lewis Jacobson, the rookie. And he takes a swing on the first pitch, pops this up to right field, leaning foul, but stays fair. Constance Jericho underneath, throws this one in, and almost gets the runner out at third, all the way from deep right field, but
Number 7.
just enough on the legs there to make it. Here's Stevie Watts, and she pops this one up. Greenman fields it and underhands it to Vaughn at second for out number 3. Divine unable to answer back as of yet. Here comes Olio with a 27 ERA,
Number 8.
facing off against Josiah Luna, the catcher.
Outside. Here, right. Inside. Here, right.
Full count now to Luna. And this one is way outside, but he swings on it anyway for strike 3.
First baseman,
And Allen's manager is not going to be happy about that one. As here comes Albert Smith, looking still for his first hit of his career. The speedy rookie. Chops this one foul, and he's already down 2-2 here. Pops this one up and foul to the right side into the stands. And chops one off the middle. Dewey Browning is there, fields it, throws it over to Athena at first for out number 2. And here comes Haddon Chong.
now pitching,
And Spoolio is being pulled for Burpee Von Crum here, who has a 3.38 ERA so far, as this one's hit back to Browning at shortstop again, who throws it over to Athena at first for out number 3. Allen's unable to score this inning, but I think 6-0 is more than enough of a lead for them, as here comes Hemming Fields, last season's home run champion, at 11. This one's hit over to Salinas at third, back over to Smith at first for out number 1.
the second baseman, number 35.
And here's KK to follow him up.
Here, right.
0-2 count.
Ball.
This one's hit high in the air to right field, and camping under it is Jericho. So here comes Jackson Achilles, the power-hitting third baseman. He's looking still for his first home run of the season here, as this one's hammered to center field. Jacobs not there to make the out, but is able to get it into Greenman at second to stop the runner from advancing, as here comes Dewey Browning. It's hitting .444 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs as he hits this one to left field, but Chung is right there, almost on a line to him, and that is going to be 3 outs and the end of the 3rd inning. Here come the Owlins, starting off with Tippy Jacobs. This one's popped way up into the air, and camping underneath it is Stevie Watts, and that will be out number 1. Here comes Mr. Revenge, Constance Jericho.
Ball. Nobody.
This one's hit into the alley in left field, bouncing off the wall. Velez is there, but it's going to be a double again for Constance Jericho, as the throw is low and mishandled by the second baseman. Here comes Brennan Vaughn, as he pops this one way up in the air, going foul. Is it going to get to the wall? No, it's not. Achilles is there, and he makes the catch, as that will be out number 2 for the Owlins. Here is Ezekiel Riker, the designated hitter. Check swing for ball 1. And this one is crushed to right center field. Does it have the distance? It does. That ball got out of here in a hurry. The Owlins put 2 more on the Divine. It's now 8-0 after a 425-foot bomb by Ezekiel Riker. Her first of the season, 4th RBI. And just like their last matchup, this one's getting out of hand fast, but the tables have turned, as it's now the Owlins dishing out punishment, as this one is popped high into the air in left field by Madden Chung, I believe is who that was. Velez underneath for the out, and that will end the top of the 4th. Owlins up 8-0. This here is Bryson Duran,
Number 23.
the designated hitter.
Ball. You're out.
Now
This one's
batting,
popped up to left field and caught by Madden Chung.
number 29.
Out number 1. Here's Diana Athena, the first basewoman. She's hitting .250 on the season with 2 home runs and 7, you heard that right, 7 RBIs through, I believe, 4 games. So she's having a wonderful start to her season. This one's hit to the left side in between the gap at third and short. Neither of them are able to come up with it. And it gets all the way to the outfield, but Athena not having enough speed to leg it out to second. Otherwise, she could have had one. Here's the rookie, Eden Velez. This one's hit to left field and down. Madden Chung plays it well, gets it into Greenman. Runners will hold where they are, but there will be runners on first and second, with another rookie, Lewis Jacobson, coming up to bat here. As he whiffs on pitch number 1. 1-2 count here to Jacobson. As this one's hammered to right field, but under it is Jericho, and they're going to try for 3. No, they're going to hold up at second. They don't want to test that arm. No, sir. Here comes the center fielder, Stevie Watts, with 2 on and 2 outs, as this one is popped up to foul territory on the right side. Is it going into the stands? It is. It just leaks into the stands. Almost in play. Strike 2 called, and a low curveball. And this one's chopped to the left side, picked up by Greenman at short. He could have thrown it out at first, but just opts to go for the underhand throw at second, gets the out regardless. And the Divine still scoreless through 5. or through 4, excuse me. As here's Austin Greenman to start the 5th inning off for the Owlins.
Ball time. Hey, inside.
And Greenman launches this one to left field, and that's gone too. He felt slighted by that pitch by Von Crum. It let him. That was a pitch way inside, almost hit him in the shoulder. And he said, "You know what? I've had enough of you pitchers trying to hit me today." And he jacks one to left field, and that is gone.
Number 8.
So another run for the Allens makes it 9-0. And here comes Josiah Luna.
Ball out.
I mean,
Hey, right.
Greenman has been having himself a game, for better or for worse. He got drilled at his, I think, 2nd at bat. He got hit in the face by Spool Olio, and just there he almost got hit again as Josiah Luna strikes out. He almost got hit there. That one sort of just dusted him across the shoulder, and he said, "You know what? Put it over the plate." And Von Crum put it over the plate, and it got destroyed as Albert Smith is quickly down 0-2 after swinging and missing on 2. Make that 3 straight pitches as he is out. It's still without a hit, I believe, on the season. As here comes Madden Chung, the left fielder.
Hey, right.
1-2 pitch is going to be low and outside for a ball in the dirt. And ball 3, low in the dirt. Full count, the payoff pitch is going to be chipped over to third, over the head of Jackson Achilles. He doesn't jump for it. He thought he could catch it, but too far, and on base is Chung, with Tippy Jacobs following suit. So here she comes looking to get him around or even home, as these two are very fast. Strike 1 swinging there for Jacobs. Strike 2 down 0-2 very quickly here, as that one is far and outside.
Ball outside.
Ball 2.
Inside.
And full count here to Tippy Jacobs. The payoff pitch is going to be outside, and that will be a free base for Tippy Jacobs with Mr. Revenge. He's already got a home run, double, and single. All he needs is a triple, and he will be hitting for the cycle. You may see it here today, and I would be shocked if we didn't, honestly, with how he's been playing. And he jacks this one to left field. Will the runner go for home? Oh yeah, they're going to test that arm all day, and the runners will advance on the sort of lax throw there from the outfield, and it allows a double there for Constance Jacobs, or for Constance Jericho, excuse me. And here comes another rookie, Blair Brochi. And this Divine of now is not the Divine of last season, as they're out of salary cap space and had to sign a lot of rookies. So here's Brandon Vaughn, who chips this one right side but foul, just barely. And 1-2 count here. And he is drilled in the hip by that pitch. Luckily, it was only 70 miles an hour. And here comes Ezekiel Riker, who's 1 for 2 with a home run and a walk. This one's drilled over the glove of the shortstop into the gap in deep left center field. Sends 1 home, sends 2 home. They're going to go for 3. No. Runners at the corners. It's a 12-0 ball game. Here comes Aubrey Salinas. And she takes the first swing and puts it in the same spot as the runners will advance. A stand-up double for Salinas. Are they going to go for home? No. Runners in scoring position at 2nd and 3rd. All of this is with 2 outs, by the way. And Blair Brochi is already pulled for Prawn Shid, who is also a rookie. Like I was saying, the Divine have had to sign a lot of rookies and a lot of not-so-great players after sailing the farm for last season, getting to the championship game in the Chugfest, and just unable to beat the Swamp Monsters, as here they are, their 2nd season back. Full count here to Greenman. Payoff pitch is going to get crushed to left field, but foul. That could have been another home run for him. This one's fouled back. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. This one's down the middle and fouled back. Shit's got to be careful not to leave one over the middle here, and he's walked, so they're going to walk Greenman, and that is going to be bases loaded. Here comes the multi-million-dollar man, Josiah Luna. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 2-0 count right now. This one's going to be hit over to the Divine dugout. where they are less than happy with the results right now. Ball 3. And this one's hit right to Kai Kirk, so a fortunate situation there that they're able to get out of the inning, but not so fortunate to have given up 5 runs. So the score now sits at 13-0. As here comes Hemming Fields to try and alleviate the situation a little bit for the Divine as he chips this one into left field. Madden Chung on the warning track is there for out number 1. And here is Kai Kirk. One's popped up into the air into right field. Back to the warning track is Constance Jericho ranging forward a little bit, and he makes the catch right on the edge of the track for out number 2. And here comes Jackson Achilles, who just loves facing off against these right-handed pitchers. And Tristan Norwell still in this game after 5 innings. Putting on quite a performance here as his ball is dropped by Luna. But it is ball 4 anyway, so the runner will just get on regardless, as here comes Dewey Browning. And this one is crushed, and I mean crushed, to left field. No doubt about it, into the second deck. Say goodnight to that one. 419, and it doesn't quite get to the top deck. 419 feet, 7th RBI, and 2nd home run for Browning this season. And that will alleviate the pressure a little bit, and it only makes this a 11-run game, as here comes Bryson Duran, the designated hitter. It's almost identical to the score it was the other day when it was, I think, 12-1. As this one's rolled over to Vaughn at second, and back to Smith at first for out number 3. And that will retire the side. Through 5, the score is 13-2. The Owlins have a commanding lead, as here comes the rookie, Albert Smith. Looking for his first hit of his career still, as he's been held hitless throughout, I believe, 4 games. This one bounces off the mound, gets a weird hop, fielded well by the shortstop, and over to Athena at first for round number 1. So Smith will have to wait until his next at-bat to try again. As here is Madden Chung trying to get on base here. And Cronshit is getting tired as this one's hit into the gap between third and short. And Chung is on base again with another single. I think that's his 3rd single of the night, if not 4. And here comes Tippy Jacobs as Cronshit is pulled and Jackson Ponce is put in, another rookie. And this one's popped up into the air, treading foul, and it will be out of play, called by the umpires. As Jacobs gets a hold of that one inside and drives it foul, also left. 2-2 count. And she's hit by a pitch. These Divine pitchers are taking their anger out on the Owlins hitters. They do not like losing, and they are showing it right now. And the team mojo is down. Too many beanballs, and everyone's just feeling it. This team hates losing, and you can tell they're getting mad out there. And the Owlins are just playing a much better mental game than the Divine. I mean, they're just almost mind games, I feel like. You know, you might be hearing some jawing from the outfielders, from the catcher, as Jericho strikes out there. Here comes Brandon Vaughn, who's got a double and a hit by pitch in his 4 at-bats so far. So 2 on, 2 outs. Vaughn hits this one into the gap between second and first. They're going to send the runner home. And low fielding by Hemming Fields out there, who is not meant to be playing right field, I think, as he misplays it, and the run will score. So he's got the arm, but not the glove skills to pick that one up, and a run will score. The Owlins hang another one onto the Divine, and that one's inside to Ezekiel Riker, who hits this one right to Dewey Browning, but he makes the catch on the fly for out number 3. So the Owlins get 1. They could have had more, but some decent fielding by the Divine to keep it at only 1. 14-2 is the score. As here comes Diana Athena, the first basewoman.
Ball outside. Here.
4 straight pitches, 4 straight balls. Diana Athena is on for free. Here's Eden Velez, the left fielder. This one's popped up to left field, way up and back to the wall, off the wall, over the head of Man Chung in left field. But they're not going to advance the runners any further. They will stay at first and second. They could have had, I think, maybe a double there. And Jacobson is feeling the heat right now as Tristan Norwell is finally being pulled for Rose Woodward. Excuse me, Rose Woodward. And Lewis Jacobson is feeling the pressure right now. I mean, his stats are about as low as they get, and Woodward is dusting him off the plate, saying, "I blame you for calling those beanballs on our players." Trying to get him feeling the heat. Full count now. The payoff pitch to Jacobson is going to be over the plate, but fouled back. And this one is in there. Swing and a miss by Jacobson. Strike 3 called. And here comes Stevie Watts. So 2 on, 1 out. First pitch swing by Watts is going to be fouled back. 1-2 pitch. It's going to be outside, ball 2. And a low swing on that one. But he's going to swing on that one anyway. Ball in the dirt and misses. So that's going to be strike 3 and out number 2. Here comes Hemming Fields. A dangerous hitter, but not this season it looks like. He's only hitting 143 right now with an RBI and no home runs. He is going to be walked because they don't want to mess with that power even with runners on base. Here comes Hi Kirk. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. This one's low in the dirt, so Woodward is having a little bit of a tough time getting herself settled here. She doesn't have to do much. She just has to throw some strikes. As this one's popped away from the air, Luna camping under it. This should be out number 3, and it is. As the side is retired, no runs scored again for the Divine, as the score remains 14-2. And here is Aubrey Salinas with a double, 2 singles, and an RBI. Ponce, I mean, I think he might be a little bit out of his depth here, but we'll see. As 1-2 count. And Salinas chips this one over to Kirk at second for an easy out as he tosses it to Athena. Simple catch and throw. And here's Austin Greenman, who's had quite an interesting stat line this game so far, as he's quickly at 1-1 here. Three 3-1 count. And this one is crushed to right field. I think this is, this is gone. Greenman with his 2nd home run of the night. He has had enough of the Divine. He is sick of their faces. He wants to prove that he is the man. His 4th home run of the season, 5th RBI. He is absolutely destroying this franchise single-handedly, and the Divine can do nothing to stop him. And here's Josiah Luna. Speaking of destruction, the man himself, the multi-million-dollar man. And he crushes one to center field. Deep, all the way back to the wall is Waz, and it bounces off the top. Hits the yellow line, not quite over. These walls in center field at Big Sky Stadium are very high. Preventing a home run there that would have been a home run at most of the other stadiums in the league. But not here, as he just has to settle for a single. As down goes Albert, no, that's Constance Jericho, I believe, swinging. No, that was Albert Smith, yeah. Albert Smith goes down swinging. And here comes Blaze Olympius, the starter, who's rattled coming in here. Which is not what you want to see as a Divines fan at all, as a starting pitcher coming in this late in the game, because all your relievers are out. As 1-2 is the count here to Man Chung. And she's throwing 100-mile-an-hour fastballs here, as that inside curveball is deadly. Down goes Chung swinging, and the Divine unable to prevent runs for yet another inning as the Owlins put up one more with a solo shot from Greenman. Here comes Jackson Achilles in a 13-run ball game. This one's crushed to center field, down, and Jacobs fields it handily, but it will be a single for Jackson Achilles. Here comes Dewey Browning, the shortstop, who's got a home run this game. The only runs scored have been by his bat, the 2-run shot earlier. He almost put that one to the second deck. It was a very well hit ball, and he might do it again here as this one's out to deep center field. Forget about it. Another 2-run home run for Dewey Browning as they put 2 more on the board to get the lead back down to 11. So, the Divine, I think they still think they have a chance, but they got to do a lot more than just hit 2-run shots every other inning. As here comes Bryson Duran. And Rose Rudward is very, very shaken right now, it looks like. Well, she's also tired. Could also be a contributing factor, so expect her to be pulled in the next couple of hitters here. If not within this batter. This one's hit to Vaughn at second. Back to Smith at first for out number 1. Here's Athena. And right on cue here is Albert McFreddy, the reliever, here to try and close out this game for the Owlins. Strike 3 called. It's a drop strike 3 as it hit the ground. No fault of the catcher. It was just a ball in the dirt, but that will be out number 2. As this one's hit up the middle and out to center field for a stand-up single. And Divine in position to hit another 2-run home run, but Lewis Jacobson up to bat here. The catcher who is rattled and not feeling great. He swings through that one, 1-1 count. That one's low in the dirt. They're thought about sending the runner to second, but against the arm of Josiah Luna, no chance. Eden Velez stuck on first. And Jacobson swings out of his shoes on that one, tries to break his back, and is unable to bat and is unable to do so as the Divine put up 2, but no more, as the score is 15-4, excuse me. Owlins commanding this one. Tippy Jacobs up to bat, facing off against Blaze Olympius, and this is starter versus number 1. You'd think you'd see this at the beginning of the game, but the Divine have gone through so many pitchers that they are now throwing in their starters to face off against the top of the order. But it does work as Jacobs is struck out. And here comes Constance Jericho, who is in line, like I said earlier, to hit for the cycle. And oh boy, this one's high and deep off the wall in left field. He's going to get his 3rd double of the game here, as that ball is low and Kirk is unable to field it proper. The throw by the center fielder is not on the line. And that's Constance Jericho's 3rd double of the game, as here comes Brennan Vaughn. And the Owlins look like contenders as this one's crushed to the same spot off the wall above channel 2751, their advertisement out there. And Jericho's going to score from second on that RBI single from Brennan Vaughn. Here's Ezekiel Riker, who's got a home run, a single, a walk. And I believe that said 3 RBIs. Strike 1 inside is called, and she takes a swing at 1 inside as well. 0-2 count. Low and foul is the hit there. 1 out. And swing at a high fastball. I don't know about that one by Riker, but that's out number 2, as here comes Aubrey Salinas. And oh boy, this one's popped way up in the air to shallow center, or left center field. The shortstop Browning running all the way back to get that one. And this is a 10-hit difference game. The Owlins with 20, the Divine with 10. And the score is 12 runs between them, 16-4. As first pitch strike is taken by Watts, and swinging on strike 2. Watches one go low for ball 1, so 1-2 count. Check swing Ball 2, good eye there. Watts looking for something here, fouls it back, trying to stay alive. This one's hit hard but foul off to the right side. And she swings through that low curveball, which hits the dirt, picked up by Luna and thrown to Smith at first for out number 1. Here's Hemming Fields, the should-be catcher, or would-be catcher if he wasn't playing right field. As he hits this one foul. And this one's hit high in the air, deep to center field. Is it gone? It is. The center fielder, Tippy Jacobs, trying to make a jump for that one, but you can forget about it. That one's 408 feet, just over the fence, and that is his second RBI. And finally, Hemming Fields gets his first home run of the season. The home run champ puts his name on the scoreboard. And here's KK with his, I believe, 5th at bat of the game as he drills this one to center field, and Tippy Jacobs is there, able to range over and grab that one for out number 2. Out comes Albert McFreddy, and here comes Jocelyn Brownpole, who's already kind of tired. We'll see what she can do here against Achilles. That one's low in the dirt almost. Achilles hits this one straight to Greenman, who makes a great catch. Low to the dirt, and here comes Greenman, speaking of which, who, I mean, you can see it right there. 2 for 3, 2 home runs, a walk, 2 RBIs, and a hit by pitch. He's had himself a night, for better or for worse, as he's facing off against the would-be starter, Blaze Olympius, part of the Olympius twins, her brother Coyle, the Wizard of Gauze, as he's walked here for his second base on balls of the game, 3rd walk. Here's Josiah Luna, the multi-million-dollar man. Looks at one inside for strike 1. And this one's crushed into the gap in left center field, back to the wall as Greenman rounds second, heads for 3rd. Is he going to head home? He's going to head home. They're challenging the arm of Browning. Is the throw in time? It is not. Greenman scores from 1st on a single to the gap. What base running prowess by that man, as it's now 17-5. The lead extends to 12 again. And the Owlins are just keeping the pressure on as Albert Smith chips one to Browning for a 6. Whoa! Albert Smith heading for 2. He's going to get a double on an errant throw by Kai Kirk. Kirk absolutely threw that one over the head of Athena at first, all the way to the wall. And Smith is going to get his first hit of the season on a error. He should have been out on that double play, but he got bailed out and it turned into a double for him. As here comes Madden Chung yet again. And good for Albert Smith. I mean, a hit is a hit. You take him when you get him, and that's a hell of a way to get on base for the first time in your career, so good for you. As Chung looks at that low fastball for strike 3. Here's Tippy Jacobs, the center fielder, who has 2 walks and a hit by pitch. She has not hit the ball, but she's been on base 3 times out of her 5 at bats so far. So that's out of her 5 plate appearances, she's been on base 3 times out of the 5 plate appearances, and none of them have been from hits. As this one's foul for strike 2. 1-2 count, and she hits this one back to the wall in left field, into the bullpen fences. Misplayed by Velez in left field again, as she gets a double and a run will score. So 18-5 is the score, a 13-run lead. And here comes Mr. Revenge with 3 doubles, a single, a home run, and 4 RBIs on the night. As he's hitting 500 and wants to hit the cycle badly, and he can do it here. This might be his last chance to do it. 1-2 count, better not miss here. As here it comes, pitch outside. Ball 2, and he pops this one way up in the air. Dewey Browning underneath it, and that is going to be out number 3. The Allens they should be done hitting for the night. If they're back-to-bat after this, I would actually just stop broadcasting games. As Albert Smith is being pulled, and in comes Oh, I missed who came in. My fault. But it looks like there's some defensive substitutions going on for the Owlins as Smith comes out. And Brownpole's going to finish this game out. So full count here. The payoff pitch is going to be high and right in the middle of the box. So high, middle, and it's going to be a strikeout. Dude Browning goes down looking. As here's Bryson Duran. So 1 out. Duran facing Brownpole here. This one's popped up and foul. 2-2 count. He hits this one to short. Greenman is there, makes the play. Over to Salinas at first for out number 2. And here's Diana Athena, the last chance, the last out for the Divine. What will she do? This pitch is high, very high, and she hits a chopper to Madden at third, and that is going to be out number 3. The Owlins absolutely destroyed the Divine after last night's match. They said, no more, we are not the punching bag, and demolished the Divine by 13 runs. The final score 18-5. The MVP of this game, or the win, is going to go to Narwhal. The loss is going to go to Spula Olio. The MVP of this game is going to be Constance Jericho, 5 of 7 with a home run, 3 doubles, 4 RBIs, 4 runs. I mean, there's no way you can give it to anybody else. Greenman maybe, 2 home runs, hit by pitch. He got hit by a pitch. He got hit in the head. Came back and hit 2 home runs. So I mean, you gotta give the, that's some grit. But Mean Machine Mud Hens is up next, so we'll get that to you right here in a moment.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 15.
Welcome back. We've got our marquee matchup of the night with the Mud Hens of Mudville facing off against the Wakanda Mean Machine. As first at bat is going to be a single out to right field. Blared right, shallow of Kevin West out there.
Now batting,
That's going to be a
the
leadoff
shortstop,
single for the
number 9.
Mean Machine as Noel Ahmed steps up to the plate here. Hitting 143 on the season as he pops this one way out to center field. Jimmy Blake camping underneath it. Or flying to bases, excuse me. Jimmy Blake is an infielder. There he is.
Now
Flying to
batting,
bases, making the
the
play out there in
catcher,
the center for out number 1.
14.
Here's Cameron Karp, the catcher. She's hitting 0.83 on the season, so could definitely be doing better. As a steal incoming and thrown out at second, so not sure about that one. As, whoa, pitch inside. And Karp crushes this one to the gap in right field. It's going to roll all the way back to the wall. She's going to try for 2. No, she's not going to test the arm out there and right.
Now batting,
So a
the
2-out
right
single,
fielder,
and here comes the Greek
number
goddess, Better
45.
Messias. This one's rolled past the pitcher over second base, and that's going to be a 2-out single again.
Now batting,
So
the
runners will
second
advance,
baseman,
Messias on,
number
and here's Spray
25.
U, the second baseman. He's hitting 231 with a homer and 4 RBIs. Looks at strike 1. Fouls one back for strike 2. 0-2 count now. And that one's inside, almost hitting him. That one's low in the dirt, so 2-2 count. This one's hammered to center, but underneath is flying the bases. No problem for him, as that will end the inning. The Mean Machine will come away with nothing, although they got close a couple times there. Here comes the center fielder flying to bases.
2.
Oh, excuse me. Had a long week as well as this one. It's fouled back. Full count now to fly into bases. The payoff pitch is going to be fouled off the left side. The follow-up is going to be high and outside for a walk, so ball 4 thrown. And the bases is on the bases. Here's Casey at the bat. And DeBases immediately takes off running. Low throw to Noel Ahmed. And it's going to be late as DeBases is in, no problem. So 1-1 to Casey.
Pitch is low.
Looks at one right down the pipe. I'm not sure why he's taking that. Maybe he was looking for that pitch as this one's hit high and deep to right center field. All the way back to the wall. Copeland is there. Gets it in, but, I mean, Flying is already at home. He's scored, and that will make it a 1-0 ball game here in the bottom of the first. And here's Jimmy Blake, who hits it to the left, but foul. As Casey just hit the RBI double there. And this was hit over to third, picked up and thrown over to first for out number one. Or out number one.
Number 10.
And here is Tiago Cortez. Trying to capitalize. This one's hit to left field, caught by Gad Lawrence out there in left. And that will be out number 2. Runners will stay at third. Here's Annabelle Dennis. And, oh, nasty slider there. Cut fastball, excuse me. Or two-seamer. No, that was a screwball. Oh my god, that was actually a screwball. Wow. Franco Murphy throws screwballs. I forgot about that. As this one is crushed to deep left center field. Annabelle Dennis with a 2-run home run with 2 outs. And the Mud Hens go up 3-0. So, the Mud Hens showing why they are a high-powered team by taking a commanding lead in the first inning. And this is shaping up to be like the Owlins game. And finally, the Mean Machine get out of that inning as 3 runs are given up, and here comes Carter Renat.
17.
Two count. That one is low, so full count here to Renat. The payoff pitch is going to be swung on and hit foul. And a check swing on a high and outside fastball is going to result in a free base for Carter Renat. And here comes Khalil Peters, the third baseman. And this ball is crushed to deep left center field, off the wall. And they're going to advance to second and third, as we got 2 runners in scoring position, and here comes Ernie Painter. This one's hit right between the legs of the starting pitcher there, as both runners are going to head home, and they're going to score. So just like that, it's a 1-run game, as here comes Braden Copeland. And Copeland launches this one. Would have been a home run if it stayed fair, but it's going to be foul. And he's a little bit upset about that one, as this one's hit into the gap, and Cortez gets a mitt on it. Throws it over to first to Dennis for out number 1. But Renat will advance to third, or to second, excuse me. As here's Gad Lawrence, the leadoff hitter. The leadoff hitter. As we're back to the top of the order. And 2-2 count here to Lawrence as he crushes this one to left field. Picked up by West on a 1-hop and thrown back to Casey as the cutoff. Runners will hold at the corners, and here comes Noel Ahmed, the shortstop. Looks at one. And this one is hammered to left center field again. A favorite spot for hitters today. as the runners will go home on this and score.
Now batting.
So a
the catcher,
bases clearing
number
double
14. Now
for
pitching,
the Mean Machine, and Arroyo, the rookie, is being pulled already. Here comes Daxton Real, who's on fire. But starting off this game a little bit tired. Here he comes. This one's shipped over to Blake at second, back over to Dennis at first for an easy out.
number
2 outs, runner on third, and here comes the Greek goddess, Bananza. 1 homer, 1 RBI with a .615 average. And she just gets the tip of her bat onto that one as it goes foul. So 1-2 count here to Bananza, as this one's outside and high. Full count, 2 outs. Payoff pitch is going to be fouled straight back. And Macias is going to be sent to the first base on balls here.
25.
So another walk, and Spray Hugh is up. Check swing, ball 1. And Hugh pops this up to right field. Camping under it is Ramirez, and that is going to be out number 3. And the Mean Machine are sent back to the dugout, but not before putting up 4 runs and answering the Mud Hens' 3-run first inning. And the reliever, who I'm not sure if you noticed, but Franco Murphy, the reliever, was sent out to start this game as the Mean Machine don't have a 4th starter. So out number 1 there on a routine grounder. As here comes Kevin West, left fielder. He hammers this one to Spray Hugh at second, and he's there. Puts a mitt on it right away, and another out at first base. Here's Bert Ramirez, the right fielder. He's got the power, but does he have the contact? This one's hit to right field and down into the corner as a double here for Kevin West. Or for, no, sorry, not Kevin West. Wow. Here's fly into bases, and Franco Murphy is already out of the game. Here's Nola Jenkins to relieve in the 2nd inning. So the Mean Machine already running into a pitching crisis, as they're already swapping pitchers in the bottom of the 2nd. So here we go, fly into bases. Hits this one into the gap. Macias is there, but the runner will score, and the bases looked like he was going to go to second, but realized the ball headed to the cutoff man, decided to hold where he was in a smart decision, saving them an out. As Casey pops this one sky high, and camping under it is Copeland. As out number 3 is made, and this game is tied up at 4 apiece. Mean Machine trying to assert their dominance here, as here comes Carter Annette.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman, number 27.
Here's Khalil Peters as he hammers this one to Jimmy Blake. That is going to be a routine grounder.
Number 28.
And here's Ernie Painter. And that is hit right to Tiago Cortez over there at 3rd, and that is going to be out number 3.
Now back, the 2nd baseman, number 87.
Here's Jimmy Blake with that signature softball cage. And holy cow, I'm just getting word from our commissioner to look at the stats for Constance Jericho here in a second, as I will. Here's Tiago Cortez, the 3rd baseman. Mr. Conquistador himself. Strike 1 low. Take a look at that in between the innings here, as that ball is low, and Blake will advance to second on a wild pitch. And strike 3, Tiago Cortez goes down swinging.
Number 46.
So ball 1 outside to Annabelle Dennis. This one's hit right to Spray Hugh there at second. Toss over to Renette at first for out number 2. Here's Wally Reyna,
Number
the designated hitter. Strike 1 looking. Fouls this one straight back. 1-2. Count to Reyna. And this one's hit to center field. Blake is going to score here, as that's an RBI single for Reyna. Wally Reyna. Jaylene Montoya, the catcher, up to bat now. Not the fastest player in the league, but definitely one of the harder hitting ones. As she hits this one right back up past the catcher. Spray Hugh diving for it, but unable to come up with it, as this ball is just late to third. And runners in the corners here, as here comes Kevin West, who's proven that he can slam a ball deep if he needs to. 1-1 count to Kevin West, as he hits this one, like I said, very hard to left field. Gad Lawrence is there, but that is going to be another run scored. And the Mud Hens are up 2 now with 2 outs. Here's Bert Ramirez.
Number 29.
And check swing, strike 1. A low pitch at the knees. And strike 3 swinging. He is pissed, as the Mud Hens put 2 up, and like I said, I'll look at these stats real quick. Mr. Revenge Constance Jericho is hitting .484 with 10 runs, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, 2 base on balls, and 8 extra base hits in 7 games against the Heavens Divine after being cut by them. He has also gotten a hit in 6 of the 7 games those two teams have played against each other. So overall, proving why he's called Mr. Revenge, and absolutely destroying the team that cut him. And I think the Divine are regretting the mistake of cutting him at this point, because Fields has not been performing to expectations. As down goes Gad Lawrence, looking at strikes. Here comes Teresa Holloway after Daxton Reel was subbed out for being a little bit too tired, and this one's popped way up. Holloway camps under it, and that's out number 3. So it's a very fast inning.
Now back, the center fielder, number 2.
Here's flying to bases, facing off against Nola Jenkins, who's getting tired as this one's hammered into the gap, and a wicked dive by the shortstop to pull that one in. Holy cow. But the bases is sent back to the dugout, and he's mad about it, but you gotta admit, that's quite the play out there at short by Noel Ahmed. As here's Casey at the bat, and he is gonna be walked. So that is going to be a base on balls for him. And here comes Jimmy Blake. And Nola Jenkins is out. And here comes the former Grand Portage Colonel, Art Deacon, the right-hander with a decent pitching arsenal, facing off against Johnny Cage, a.k.a. Jimmy Blake. And check swing on a ball there. So 3-1 count. And that one is low in the dirt. And Deacon is going to walk his first batter. Here's Tiago Cortez. 0 for 2 on the day. 2 men on, 1 out. First pitch swing, and it's going to be fouled back. And this one is jacked to left field. Cortez hits a 3-run bomb. And the Mud Hens go up 5 here early in this game. We're only about, 4 innings in? And this is already a 5-run game. Cortez hits his first of the season. Third and first RBIs actually. 1, 2, and 3 right there. As Deacon is already tense, giving up 3 runs in as many hits. Or as many hitters, I should say. As this one is crushed by Annabelle Dennis, and he gives up another home run. So now a 6-run game after Dennis hits her second home run of the game off her second pitcher. So she's faced, I think, 3 pitchers and hit home runs off of 2 of them. And here comes Wally Reyna. And Deacon is already out of the game. After facing 3 hitters, he's gone. Here's Lennon Mejia. And Reyna goes down on strikes. So Mejia already doing better than Deacon did. Because I think that's the fastest I've ever seen a pitcher pulled from a game in this league. As Montoya gets a hit, that's going to be a stand-up single. As, I mean, this thing is ugly. Here's Kevin West, the left fielder. Yeah, we're barely through 4, and the score is already 10-4. So, but here's Kevin West, and that's going to be ball in the dirt. As check swing, strike 2. And this one's jacked, almost hits Mejia in the chest. But it's going to get out to Copeland in center, and back to Ahmed. The cutoff man. Runners will stay where they are. So 2 men on, 2 outs, and here's Bert Ramirez, who struck out swinging last time at bat. He pops this one up in the air, and this should end the inning. As yes, it will. Khalil Peters is there. Out number 3, and the Mud Hens tack another 4 runs on to this game. Here's Cameron Karp facing off against Teresa Holloway, who, by the way, has a 48.6 ERA, as Kevin West tries to slide and make the catch, but it bounces off his glove as he's not quite in the right position to make that play. And Karp is going to get on base because of it. Here's Better Macias, the Greek goddess. And this one's hammered right back to Kevin West, who this time fields it without a problem off of a hop. Gets it into second in a hurry. Runners will stay where they are. Here's Spray, he the second baseman. This one's hit. Blake fields it on the dive, gets Hugh out at first, but the runners will advance anyways. So 2 runners in scoring position. Here's Carter net. One swing of the bat will cut this lead in half. Or can cut this lead in half. As this will be a sacrifice single, as the runners will advance and the run will score. So we're now looking at a 5-10 game with a runner in scoring position. Here's Khalil Peters. He's hitting just 500 on the season. He's hitting right in the middle. And he hits one right to the wall now. That's going to be a double here, a stand-up double. And a RBI one at that. So the score is now 6-10.
Now batting, the designated
Here's
hitter,
Ernie
number
Painter.
28.
That pitch way outside for ball 1. This one's going to get... No, Blake is going to make another play, but is it going to be in time? It is! Blake with some tremendous athleticism out there at second. Able to prevent 2 singles this inning. And the score will stay 6-10. It would have been 7-10 if he got on base there. But here's flying to bases. 0-2 count. And he strikes out swinging. Mejia gets 1. Here's Casey at the bat. This one's hit softly to Renette over at first, and he beats out Casey, stepping on the bag.
Number 87.
Rio count to Blake, and that's going to be in there for a strike. So full count now, 2 outs. The payoff pitch going to be outside. So Cage is on base.
The third baseman, number
The Cage is on base, and here comes Tiago Cortez, who crushed one earlier. off of Art Deacon. And, uh-oh. Mejia may have just suffered the same fate as Deacon as, yup, that one's gone. Deep center field. Tiago Cortez is having himself a night with his second homer. 466 feet, 5th RBI, and its lead is back up to 6. Here's Annabelle Dennis, who also has 2 home runs. There goes Lennon Mejia. Here comes Selena Reed, the closing pitcher in inning number 5. So there's your indicator about what this game is looking like for the Mean Machine right now. As this one's hammered into center field. It hits the ground. Copeland is unable to put his glove underneath it as it hits the ground first. Good call by the umps. As he was signaling, I got him, I got that out, I got it on the fly, but no, it clearly hit the ground first, as here comes Molly Reyna. And he pops this one up, way up, to right center field, camped under it, and Macias is able to pull that one in for out number 3. Mudhens score 2, the answer to the Mean Machines 2, and it's going to be a 6-12 game. Here comes Braden Copeland. Strike 2, 1-2 count, and that one's way high. Copeland pops this one up in the air, way up, underneath his Holloway. And that's going to be out number 1. As here's Gad Lawrence to lead off the order. And Holloway's getting pulled here. Here comes Woody Sanford. And check swing, strike 1. I don't know about that one. That looked below the knees, but we'll say it's fine for now. Strike 2. And 1-2 count to Lawrence. Just outside. Lawrence fouls that one off. Staying alive. Check swing, full count, payoff pitch is going to be swung on and missed. Strike 3, Gad Lawrence goes down, and he walks back to the dugout, disappointed that he couldn't take a shot at that one. Here's Noel Ahmed, the shortstop. And Sanford's ERA is going to slowly but surely go down for every person he strikes out, or gets out here. He's already at 27. And swung on and missed by Noel Ahmed. The changeup got him. As the Mean Machine are unable to score at all in the 6th. Here come the Mudhens.
Number 13.
Full count here, or not full count, excuse me, 2-1 count. This one's hammered up the middle to Copeland. And this is going to be a stand-up single.
Now pitching, number 26.
And now Reed is being pulled. Here comes Zap Mays, a starter. He's got a flawless ERA right now, but that might get shattered playing against the Mudhens. This one's hit to Hugh. A double play being turned by the Mean Machine. So, quick way to solve that runners on base problem. And here comes Bert Ramirez, who has had a less than stellar night tonight. But he's ahead of the count, now tied up in it, 2-2. And he's drilled in the ankle by Zap Mays. So here comes flying to bases. He's got a single walk and an RBI. As he's looking to get another RBI here, maybe. But Zap Mays not trying to play into him. That's a curveball in the dirt. Swung on and missed by flying to bases. 1-2 count. Swung on and missed. Flying to bases. Once again, Matt. He's 1 for 4 on the night. And here come the Mean Machine after holding the Mudhens scoreless in the bottom of 6. This one's dribbled up the middle on an 0-2 count, and that's going to be out number 1 as Cameron Karp goes down, unable to get to first. Here's Better Macias, looking to get that average back up to around 700. Maintain her high. Already ahead 3-0. She's probably got a green light here to swing at whatever's down the middle. No, she looks at that one and swings at a high pitch. So not the best play there, as this is going to be an out. Jimmy Blake underneath. And here's Spray Hugh. So Sanford getting tired. I think this is becoming the worst bullpen game of all time, as both these pitching rotations are absolutely worn out, as that's out number 3. So we're in 7. I think we've seen like 9 combined pitchers. I mean, this thing is... This might be one of the worst games, just in terms of how these teams have been playing, in terms of the pitching. Zach May's still in there, and this one is hammered to center field, but not quite enough, as Copeland is there to make the play. And Casey is going to have to walk back to the dugout, as here comes the cage. And whoa, gets dusted off the plate by Zach Mays. He's saying, I'm glad you're wearing that face mask, because I'm going to try and drill you. And a nasty slider on the inside corner is going to get him out. Here's Tiago Cortez, 2 home runs and 5 RBIs tonight. He's had himself a monster game. He's going to be the most valuable player. There's no doubt about it in my head. He's going to be tonight's top performer, I think. As he steps up here. 2-2 count with 2 outs. So Deuce is wild, and he swings and misses. Zach Mays gets another one, and the Mud Hens score none. So the 7th inning and 6th inning will be scoreless, as here comes Carter Renette to start off the 8th. Excuse me. Out comes Sanford. In comes Quash Fry, closer for the Mud Hens. We'll see how long he can last, as there might be another pitcher brought in. This one's high and tight for ball 1, fouled back. So 1-2 count here to Carter Renette. And that's going to be ball 2. This one's jammed into center field. Find a bases is there to make a play and hold up the runner at first. But Renette is on base. And here comes Khalil Peters, the third baseman. And that one's hit right up the middle. Shortstop unable to dive for it, and find the bases is there. So Casey, as athletic as he may be, was unable to get a glove on that ball, and the runners advance a base at a time. Here's Ernie Palmer trying to get, or Ernie Painter, excuse me, trying to get something going here as he's ahead 2-1 in the count. Bashes one, no! Annabelle Dennis, what an amazing play. Jumping and snags that one out of the air. Would have been a absolute single, maybe an RBI single. Saves a run potentially, and turns a double play. As the steal is not in time, so the stolen base doesn't work out, and that's, I mean, a wasted potential. You could have had a run there. I mean, wow. Mean Machine unable to come away with anything in the top of the 8th. Here's Annabelle Dennis, who already has also 2 home runs and 3 RBIs tonight. Gets a single there. Here's Wally Reyna. And Dennis is going to steal. Is she going to... Woo! She's going to get there. As that ball is well over the head of the second baseman. And into the outfield. Luckily, it is not misplayed, or else that could have resulted in third stolen base. As down goes Reyna on strikes. Here's Jaylene Montoya, the runner on second and 1 out. Looking to extend this lead to 7, possibly 8 runs here. As strike 2 called, 0-2 now to Montoya. As she swings and misses, Zap Mays is doing a great job cleaning up the Mud Hens here and trying to just take care of what his pitchers before him could not do. Strike 1 called on a high and tight pitch. And that one's low in the dirt, so ball 2. And that one's just below the knees, so ball 3, 3-1 count. And strike 2, full count, 2 outs. The payoff pitch from Zap Mays incoming. And that one's hit foul to the right side. This one is in and crushed. Say goodbye to that flawless ERA, Zap Mays. That is another home run for the Mud Hens. I believe that is Kevin West who hit that one. Yes, Kevin West with his first home run of the season, his 5th RBI of the season. And that lead will increase to 8 as here comes Bert Ramirez. And Bert Ramirez tanks one off of him as well. So 9-run game as the Mud Hens pour it on. And Zap Mays is probably going to get pulled here if I had to guess. Just to save his sanity as a starter. He's flying to bases. No, he stayed in this game. We'll have to see how this turns out, though. Because if you're rattled and playing against the Mud Hens, that might not be a good idea. Because they will take advantage of you. They will make you pay for playing poorly. As the bases is now on base with a walk.
Number 23.
And here is the player owner, Casey, at the bat. The man on a mission. He wants a home run tonight. And right down the middle, strike 3. Great pitch by Zap Mays. Gets out of the inning, but not before giving up 3 on 2 home runs.
Number 30.
And here's Braden Copeland. And the Mean Machine are down to their final 3 outs here. And this will be the end of our first week of baseball here in Season 2 of the SBL. This one's hit. Try to get past Dennis, but lays out, picks it up over to Fry at first, and that is out number 1. Here's Gad Lawrence. This one is popped up, but foul up to the second deck there. And this one's crushed right side foul. High and tight for a ball. So 1-2 count and swinging and missing on a slider inside. Get him out of there. That is strike 3. And there goes Quash Fry. Here's Uriel Kolk to finish this game out here with 1 out left. And Ahmed pops this one up. 2 strikes. He's down 0-2. He's trying to stay alive here. Get a rally going. They need 9 runs. Is it possible? Yes. Is it doable? Probably not. 2-2 count to Noel Ahmed. And he hits this one right to Casey at short. Casey throws it over to Dennis, and that is going to be the game. The Mud Hens take this one 15-6. And this is the second blowout of the night, I think. Yeah, 3rd, kind of. As the Mud Hens establish their dominance and show why they are to be feared. As we face, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, 12 pitchers in total this game to cover, 18 total innings. Or 17 total innings, excuse me. And Annabelle Dennis is going to be the MVP, not Tiago Cortez. So, to my surprise, that stolen base puts her over the threshold. I thought 2 home runs and 5 RBIs was going to be it, but 4 of 5 is better than 2 of 5. So, Annabelle Dennis is the top performer for today's marquee matchup, followed by Tiago Cortez and Kevin West.
Keeping the bad balls out there. And wow, you can hear the ping off the bat. That looks like it's gone. Yes, off the wall. It's a grand slam again. This is incredible. 2 grand slams in one night. 450 footer for the tiny little thing.
167 whip with 32 strikeouts. And Turner's going to hit this one to center, and wow!
And Blake hammers this one deep to center field. Is it in the trees? It's in the trees. Home run, 3-run shot for Jimmy Blake, his first of the season, I believe. 492 feet, first home run of the season.
But at the same time, this is why you're here. You're supposed to be professional.
Yeah.
And that has got to be the dumbest play
Wow.
in the history of baseball.